That I got a glove from one of the guys, and I started swinging it better.
Kind of similar to a baseball glove, I guess. Just keep that hand on the club instead of the bat. Tomorrow facing Bridgeport, and a team. You know, as you move on through the season, you see teams more and more. How much do you take from a previous start and approach in terms of how you go about attacking a hitter?
For me, that's very huge because I've always been a pitcher that likes to watch the hitters a lot and learn, especially when I face them more than when I'm in the dugout. And right now, I think I face all the teams, and I think I have a pretty good chance to do better now than what I did before, because there was a lot of guys that I didn't know in this league when I came here.
How much of an adjustment is that for you, just getting to know each guy and how to go about facing them?
I mean, I think the pitcher has the advantage when you already know the hitters, because it's tough to hit the ball, and especially when you know the weak spots for the hitters. You just got to execute.
All right, thanks, Faith. Best of luck, and thanks for your time.
All right, no problem.
All right, Revs starter Victor Mateo. We will see him tomorrow. Appreciate Matt taking the time with him here in the pregame tonight. Coming up next, we'll check in with Mace on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. A lot to discuss here today with Nash's return, Paredes' memorable debut last night, becoming the 9th former Revs player to go from York to the majors, the 3rd to do so and make his major league debut. And we'll get into all of that and more. The golf game with Mace as well. We'll get his perspective on his performance yesterday on the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Up next.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Hi, this is Dan Patrick. Join me weekday mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Fans, it's time to go inside the clubhouse for the latest on your York Revolution and tonight's matchup. It's time for the Broadway Transmission Managers Report. Now, here's the manager of the Revs, Mark Mason.
Well, Mace, a lot going on today, and first of all, yesterday was the Brooks Robinson Golf Classic. Did you and all the guys have fun at that?
Everybody had a good time. They were talking about it all day since they came in, and talking about different shots that they hit or they missed, or what somebody else did or didn't do. So it appeared everybody had a really good time.
I know you don't play as often as you did at one time, but how did you hit them yesterday?
I thought I hit him pretty well for the most part. I mean, I still can't putt. So, even when I played all the time, that was my weak point. I think I made one putt for my team yesterday, but I hit the ball pretty good tee to green.
Well, everybody, a good time with that. And then, of course, on the other side of the country, some huge news late last night involving one of your former pitchers, Edward Paredes, called up. Not only called up, but gets the win in his debut. And what were your initial thoughts on hearing him get that opportunity and then seeing what he did?
I was really excited for him. I found out yesterday morning at the golf outing before we teed off that that he was getting called up, and then, like you said, he gets in the game last night and gets a win. So that's a great day for him. I know he's going to be really hard on left-handed hitters, and I'm sure that's probably how they're going to use him. And just from the video I saw today of him in the game last night, he was throwing the ball really well. The slider was good, and even when he missed, he didn't miss by much. So his command has gotten even better than when he was here. So the first couple of years Eddie was here, his command was a little bit off, and he did a lot of working on fixing the mechanics of that, and then he's just gotten better ever since.
What does it mean to you, his story, to be here 3 years? Like, he wasn't here for 3 weeks and quickly ascended. He was here for 3 years and then got an opportunity with one organization and then another, and then gets the call.
Well, it's just perseverance. He plays winter ball in the Dominican too, so that's a good place where you can stand out and be seen as well. So I just thought that he did a really good job here, and I think the last year that he was here, last year and a half, he was almost lights out when we put him in the game. I mean, he threw the ball really well. I know every left-hander in this league really hated seeing him get warmed up and come in the game. They used to just shake their head when I'd go bring him in. They'd be like, "Come on, Mace, really?" So he's sometimes it just takes a while, and then there's a need, and eventually, they found him, and he got another chance, and he's made the most of it.
Well, everybody around here talking about that today, certainly. And then today, another huge piece of news involving the team. You bring back one of really the great power hitters that's come through here, Talvin Nash, returning. And tell us about that situation, getting him in here. And I see you're throwing him right in at first base here tonight, right away.
Yeah, we brought him in to play him, so I'm not going to sit him. But, it was just a situation for him. The White Sox made a deal. They made a trade. The trade trickle-down effect kind of pushed him out of Double-A, and here he is. I mean, it's just kind of how it works, the nature of the business. I know there were some other teams that were calling him after he got released. The Marlins were calling. I think actually the White Sox were calling to talk to him again, too, after they released him. So, but it's just one of those things where right now Talvin has a good situation to come here and play. He's familiar here. He's comfortable here. We're glad to have him back. I'm sure he likes it here, but everybody would rather be with an affiliate. I mean, let's face it, if you have the chance. But, now it's up to him to make the most of the opportunity that he's getting here and get ready for winter ball, and then hopefully another spring training invite with a big league club.
How challenging is it for you to rotate everybody? And with him playing first base, you do have Tejeda, Burgess, and Nash all in there tonight. But is that a major challenge going forward to balance everything?
No, I don't think so. I mean, we have a lot of stretches of games coming up here, and we have guys that can play multiple positions. I mean, Cruz can even play third base. He was drafted as a third baseman. I've watched him take some ground balls here. So there's a way that we can probably get all these guys enough playing time, and we're going to go with the hot hands, the guys that are hot. We're going to let them play, and when the other guys get in there, they just they have an opportunity to show what they can do, and hopefully they'll take advantage of that. I think right now we have good chemistry. I think everybody's relaxed. We're playing better, so I think that's all part of the relaxing thing, and guys are more confident right now. So Talvin makes us a better team. I believe that, and we're always trying to get better. The way we have our lineup sitting now, with we have Harris and Casilla and Tejeda, so you got right switch right, then a lefty and Burgess, then Nash, then a lefty with Mitchell. So it's it's a pretty potent lineup up and down on paper. Now we just got to make it happen out there.
All right, Mace. Thanks a lot. Good luck tonight.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, Revs manager Mark Mason on the Broadway Transmission Manager's Report. As the Revs get set to take the field here shortly, Sunday afternoon was the 400th regular season win in Peoples Bank Park history. And again, a 6th straight win in a series finale. The Revs have now won 3 of those series, lost 1 in which they avoided a sweep, and then split 2 of those. And that was a split on Sunday against Sugar Land. So looking to build off that, off the off day, and a new formidable piece, new but familiar in the middle of the order, Talvin Nash. And you heard Mace run down it. Following those guys at the top, going Tejeda, Burgess, and Nash now. That is a trio of thump right there in the middle. Looking forward to seeing that tonight. Now the Revs getting set to take the field here this evening. It'll be Jay Goss for the Revs, Rainey Lara for Bridgeport. A very intriguing mound matchup as the Revs look to not just win series finales, but win this opener against the Bluefish here tonight. We'll step aside starting lineups and first pitch for game number 88 of the season coming up next.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Hallam. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Hey Revs fans, get points for great rewards just by supporting your team through the new Revolution Rewards program. Use the new York Revolution app to receive and earn points for ballpark food, store discounts, stadium tours, and more. Available through the Apple and Google Play stores, the York Revolution app also features team news and exclusive content, contests and promotions for Revolution prizes, online ticket purchases, live game streaming, and more. Download the York Revolution app today. Free stuff by supporting your team? That's Revs time.
This is Brad Allen. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And the Bluefish here tonight as Jay Goss goes through his warm-ups. Starting lineups brought to you by Flying Feet. For the Bluefish, it'll be Darby Myers in center field leading off. Luis Hernandez at shortstop bats second. Hitting third and playing third is Jose Cuevas. Sean Burrows back in. He's at first base batting cleanup. Jose Hill, the DH, will hit fifth. Daniel Fields in left field is batting sixth. Couple of late lineup changes. They flip-flop the 7 and 8. It'll be Gustavo Molina catching and hitting seventh. Tony Abreu at second base bats eighth. And Angeles Nina, a late insertion in right field, batting ninth. Again, Myers, Hernandez, Cuevas, Burrows, Hill, Fields, Molina, Abreu, and Nina for the Bluefish. That lineup facing Jay Goss, who comes in tonight 4-1 with a 2.36 ERA, 8 outings, 5 starts, 34 and a third innings, 10 fewer hits, only 24 hits, 11 walks, more strikeouts than innings by about 6. He's got 40 Ks. And opponents hitting just 198. Only 1 home run allowed. Our Dasher Investment Services first pitch is forthcoming as Darby Myers makes his way to the plate. A cooler and a cloudy evening with that front that came through late yesterday afternoon or last evening. But very comfortable for baseball tonight. Myers in there. Here is our first pitch. And he swings and pops it up. Telvin Nash right away is on the move toward the first base dugout, but lands about halfway up. And underway tonight, first pitch at 6:33. 77 degrees. Myers, who's second in the league in hitting at 336. When they were here a couple of weeks ago, he had overtaken Burrows briefly. Pitch is down low, 1-1. But Burrows 5 for 8 in 2 games since coming back. Myers has come back to earth a little bit, so he's second at 336. Burrows 353. Pitch is grounded to third and right at Carlos Triunfal. He'll gun it across to first. And a leadoff out for Jay Goss, who gets it on the ground. Revs tonight in the alternate black uniforms, jerseys, and hats. Bridgeport in their camouflage jerseys. Revs have gone just 5-10 against the Bluefish. 2-5 in York, 3-5 in Bridgeport. And here's Luis Hernandez. Switch hitter, pitch is a fastball down and in, just missed. Hernandez hot, hitting at 285, 355 the last 9. The wind and the pitch, and it's in there for a strike, a slider. It's reached base safely in 16 in a row. The Bluefish as a team have overtaken Lancaster, leading the league in hitting at 283. Here's a comebacker off Goss's glove, up the middle, and Dent from short lays out but couldn't reach it. Now Hernandez finds center with a comebacker that Jay deflected, but into the outfield, a one-out single.
And for Hernandez, that extends his on-base streak to 17 in a row now, and Jay Goss making his 4th out of 6 starts this year against the Bluefish. It'll be interesting to see how he works to them. His first 2 very good, 3rd one dropped off a little bit, and obviously you have to make adjustments when you see guys over and over.
And the first pitch to Cuevas is down and away. It eludes Tejeda on the backhand try. It'll be a wild pitch. Now Hernandez to second base. Now Goss was back in form his last time out. 7 innings at Southern Maryland, a season high. Only 3 hits, only 2 runs allowed. The only 2 base runners that reached did so twice. Pitch is hit down the line and right, but fading foul into the bullpen balcony. Ball and a strike on Cuevas, who's hitting at 265. He is 4th in the league in total hits with 86. It's 3 home runs for the year. Goss checks 3 times, delivers, and a swing and a miss. Fastball down around the knees at 89. By the way, our plate ump tonight is Frank Urilli, Tom Gandolfo at first, David Gaber at third. Hernandez at second with 1 away. Goss looking in and ready. And fires, swing and a tapper past him. It's going to be Dent from short up the middle, mishandles, and Cuevas is safe without a throw. Hernandez makes it to third. That was a nubber with some English. It'll be an infield hit, and Dent would have had to collect it and get rid of it right away. It came up on him a little bit as well, right in front of second. That would have been a tough play even had he handled it.
Yeah, like you said, bouncing up towards his midsection. He did a nice job to move his feet up the middle. It wasn't hit all that hard, but trying to keep his feet in front. Took a bad hop and he bobbled it. But again, it's the headiness of this defense. Can see it pointing right away. Make sure you check on Hernandez at third. He took a big turn and Dent gave him a look.
First and third for Sean Burrows, who's missed the last 3 series against York, and he swings first pitch and loops a foul, third base side, tree and foul racing, but lands 3 rows in. And Burrows, who leads the league in hitting, he was back home at birth of a child. Our congrats to him. He's hitting .353, which leads the league 5 for 8 in his 2 games since coming back. Daring move by the control room, naming him the K-Man tonight. First and third, Goss ready. Pitch, and a fastball, strike called. Right through it. No balls and 2 strikes. Burrows facing Goss for the first time. Now the pitch. Swing, and he floats one shallow left. Harris comes in. Hernandez tagging from third and can't go. Throw coming home on a hop. He'll stay put. A fly out to shallow left. 2 down. And Harris, who fires a perfect one-hopper home. Hernandez scurried in a couple of steps just to give the look of trying it, but he wasn't going anywhere. A 2 down, and Goss will face the DH, Jose Hill. They have both of their catchers in the lineup tonight. Molina behind the plate. And Hill, who's hitting at .314, 2 homers, 33 driven in. Will bat with first and third and 2 outs. Goss looking to put up a 0 here in the first. First pitch is swung on and line foul the other way. Just about landed in somebody's picnic plate in right. Good crowd here on this Tuesday evening. Cooler, and I'm sure that helps. A lot more comfortable to be out here tonight. Goss ready. Here's the 0-1, and a fastball low. Bluefish did score off of him in the first inning in his most recent start against them about a week and a half ago. And that was the only start in which he has not been dominant for the majority of the start. He fires, and a slider down and away. Revs want to appeal at first. Gandolfo said no swing. He went 4 2/3 in that one, giving up 2 runs. Did allow 6 hits. He's given up at least 2 fewer hits than innings in each of his other 4 starts. Here's the 2-1. Runner goes from first. Pitch is low. Tejeda throws through, but it's late. Throw to third, and Hernandez can't get back. Oh, they call him safe at third. And Trienfeld and the Revs can't believe it. Hernandez was several steps off the bag when the throw went through, and Casilla picked him, gunned it to third. He was nowhere close to getting back, but from all the way out near shortstop, David Gaber said that he somehow got the hand in.
Replay inconclusive. He kind of made a swim move to the outside of the base, tucked his right arm in and reached around with his left. Couldn't see if the tag was applied or not. The ball certainly beat him there. And with Gaber in the middle of the field, really tough for him to make a good call on that one. Either way.
So it's a steal for Cuevas, his 6th. At second and third. Goss will go to the windup. 3-1 pitch is right on the outside corner at 90. And it goes full. Base open now. 3-2 on Hill. Jay trying to end the inning right here. Revs play Hill hard the other way. Right on right. And time asked for by the hitter. Now the wind and the payoff pitch. A breaking ball down and away. Hill flinched but held back. So he'll work the walk, and Goss ends up with a bases loaded situation to try to work through in this first inning. And not really the guy that you'd want to face right now with him loaded. Daniel Fields, who's hot again, hitting at .287, 8 home runs. And he has a 21-game on-base streak coming in tonight. 2 for 8 this year with the bases loaded. Has driven in 7. First pitch is a fastball, a little bit low. Ball 1 on Fields. Goss trying to keep it scoreless. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss. Off speed. He really showed in his last start all of his stuff. He got outs, he got strikeouts on everything. Fastball, change, breaking stuff. That was at Southern Maryland. And there's the wind and the 1-1. And a changeup low. Fields lays off. He retired 21 of 25 total in that outing. Wines delivers, and a fastball inside. 2-1, he slips behind. Retired his final 12 in that outing in Waldorf last week. Walking the tightrope a bit in the first tonight. Here's the wind and the pitch. And a fastball a little bit low. Apparently it was 3-1. It had shown 2 balls there for an extra moment. It was 3-1, and he missed just below the knees. Ball 4, and a run scores. A run walked in, and he looked in at the plate on a fairly close pitch. A little disgusted. Had that look like, where was that? Fields now has a 22-game on-base streak. 1-0 Bluefish. Fletch will make a visit, a pair of 2-out walks here, forcing in a run.
Well, the Revs thought they were out of the inning a few moments ago with that stolen base by Cuevas, in which Hernandez came down the line a little from third and got back in safely on a close play, a little bit controversial. Couldn't see for certain on the replay, but nonetheless, the Bluefish continue to really make Revs pitching work. Goss now up to 24 pitches in his first frame.
And it's strange that they have the Bluefish walk the fewest times in the league, but strike out the fewest. Here's Molina. First pitch after the visit is right through for a strike at 91. Molina hitting at .214 with a homer, 7 driven in 13 games. Pitch. Swinging a bouncing ball to short. Dent is there. Gloves slings it over to second. Casilla covering to end the inning. Bluefish score the game's first run on 2 hits. They leave them loaded. At the end of a half, it's Bridgeport 1, York coming up.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
I just like to say that y'all rock, man.
Tom Verducci of Sports Illustrated wrote the cover story on Vin Scully. Was there any moment where he thought he was not going to keep his job?
There was a moment there when the Dodgers moved to Los Angeles, and they wanted their own voices, and it was Walter O'Malley, the Dodgers owner, who stepped in and said, no, Vin Scully is going to be your announcer. He's the best that there is.
Dan Patrick. Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Are you one of the many people that has a 401k that is eligible to roll over, but you just haven't done it yet? Maybe you're not sure where was the best place to put it. I'm Tom Dasher of Tom Dasher Investment Services. I specialize in helping you getting your 401k and IRA money parked in the best place for you. So if you haven't rolled your 401k yet, or if you're not satisfied with your IRA, call me for a consultation at 487-2096. That's 487-2096. And check out my website at tomdasher.com.
Hi, this is Brian Ascuri of the U.S. Women's Soccer Team. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Cannonball Claus is going to pull the trigger tonight. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, it's a 1-0 Bridgeport lead. Oh, it's snowball, Charlie. Okay. Well, whatever. Snowball Charlie will pull the trigger. Here we go. Come on now. Do we have a misfire?
We might have had a misfire, but there it goes. Revs lineup brought to you by Flying Feet. It's Alonzo Harrison left, Alexi Casilla at second, Isaias Tejeda catching, Michael Burgess DHing cleaning up, Talvin Nash back in tonight at first base hitting fifth, Jared Mitchell in right will bat sixth, and then Carlos Frienfeld at third, Ryan Dent at short, Travis Witherspoon in center.
And Zoe digs in with the black jersey, and he's got a white and black striped arm sleeve. First pitch from Lara is down low. And against that, gold batting gloves, which really stand out.
Zebra-like.
There's the wind and the pitch. And a line drive base hit to left. Zoe starts the night with a single for York. A leadoff knock. Comes in tonight 5th in the league in hitting at .311. Just ahead of Tejeda, who's 6th at .310. Those are the top 2 for York, 5th and 6th in the league, respectively. Well, here's Alexi. A 21-game hitting streak coming in tonight. Tied for the 6th longest in Revs history. Cuevas moves in at 3rd, and Casilla does show a bunt as Lara tosses over to 1st. Casilla hitting .420 on the streak, .386 overall. There's the stretch, Harris the lead. And he starts to go and stops. Pitch wasn't thrown yet, and Casilla trickles a foul off to the right of home plate. Harris getting antsy down there already.
Well, he thought he had Lara timed up and started to take off, but Lara never broke the hands, and so Harris would have been picked off had Lara stepped off, so he quickly reversed and went back towards first, but I don't know. Perhaps Lara doesn't step off and he's all the way to second by the time the ball gets home.
0-1, and a swing and a miss on a fastball up. No balls, 2 strikes. Casilla's hitting streak tied with Justin Green from 2014 for 6th longest in Revs history. Also Jose Herrera from the 2010 season. Harris with 18 steals and inches away. Burrows holding him. 0-2 count. He's getting a little more, and Lara steps off, looking over his shoulder at him. And he goes scampering back. I understand that Zoe had a long drive yesterday.
He did. It didn't quite hold up, but later on in the day, did put one out there pretty good.
Pitch up near the letters, 1-2. Well, Matt, you were kind enough to represent the station. I was producing Dan's show yesterday.
It was fun. A lot of groups out there had a great time. I rode around with Joe Dahl, the photo man, for the most part.
Pitch is grounded right side and through. It's a base hit for Casilla, 22 in a row. And Harris stops at second. He does it early tonight, and the pressure is off. First and second with nobody out, 22 in a row for Alexi. Harris was thinking about going, he did not, and being held there, it opened up that right side for Casilla, who takes advantage. 22 in a row is now tied for the 4th longest in Revs history. Nate Espy and Rainer Bautista both in 2007. It was quite the year for streaks. So 2 on, nobody out for Tejeda, down 1-0. First pitch is launched high in the air in shallow left center. And Myers from center comes in, calls, and puts it away. No, Tejeda retired on 1 pitch. Lara comes into this game 7-5, tied for 2nd in the league and wins a .305 ERA, ranked 7th in 15 starts. 88 2/3 innings, 87 hits, about a hit per. Opponents hitting .258, 33 walks, 50 Ks. Did pitch in the All-Star game. Here's Michael Burgess, who's DHing tonight. And Lara stretches. Shortstop behind Harris at second, and the pitch is high. Hernandez at short, between Harris and the bag at second, so they are not too worried about that left side of the infield with Burgess hitting. You see some teams play him to pull more than others. Hernandez giving up the left as he holds the runner. Pitch is swung on, hit high in the air, in left. And Daniel Fields will tiptoe toward the line, now waiting and makes the grab, 2 outs. So after back-to-back singles, back-to-back flyouts. And here comes Talvin, making his return to York here tonight.
Certainly gets a big spot here early. Bluefish with a run in their half of the first. Revs get 2 men on with nobody down, and now with 2 outs, it'll take a Nash 2-out hit to get a run home.
Now looking to make his presence felt right away. Playing at first base, hitting 5th tonight. Place that he was very comfortable here in York. Lara the pitch, and a breaking ball down and away. Nash in his Revs career, 28 home runs in only 118 games, less than a full season combined. There's the stretch from Lara, the 1-0, and it slides off the plate away. And for Nash, he's the second fastest in Revs history to those power numbers, behind only Chris Nowak, who held the club record for homers until Dre overtook him last year. Nash is within 6 of cracking the top 10 home run list in York all time. The 2-0, and it missed inside a fastball. So the first 3 to him here in his 3rd stint with York have missed. 3 balls, no strikes. Would they turn him loose in his first at bat? The 3-0, and a fastball over at the knees for a strike. Jared Mitchell follows him, and he's been on a tear. Revs down 1-0 here in the first inning. Having the big man back in the middle of the order, it's a little bit different feel to the middle of that lineup. 3-1, swings and fouls it straight back. That'll bounce down in toward the front row, 3-2. Right amongst some unsuspecting patrons. So the runners will have a head start with 3-2 and 2 outs. Nash also has put up really good on-base numbers. He's drawn a lot of walks in his time here. He will strike out a lot. Here's the stretch, walking lead for the runners. Pitch is right there, a called 3rd strike, and he knew it. Lara ran a 2-seamer back and works out of it after a pair of leadoff singles. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We'll go to the 2nd tonight. Bridgeport up early. It's 1-0.
You line your feet up on the edge of the starting block, shake out your arms, and then you push off the block in one fluid motion, fully extending your body and cutting into the water with nothing on your mind but the mechanics. You're a swimmer, and whether it's practice time in the pool or crunch time at a meet, Flying Feet is with you every stroke of the way.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes is a swimmer's paradise. Get suits by Dolphin, Speedo, Nike, Arena, and Tier. Pick up practice gear, team gear, and training equipment like fins, snorkels, and kickboards. The Flying Feet team has high-tech competitive suits, customizable caps, goggles, even goggle repair items. Shower down with swimmer's shampoo and body wash, plus suit wash to limit the wear and tear of chlorine. Time to dive into the pool? Then it's time for Flying Feet. We're more than sports shoes.
Flying Feet.
1511 Mount Rose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83 next to Battery Warehouse.
Nurturing imagination, creativity, and innovation since 1990, Creative York is a nonprofit art center located in historic downtown York, featuring 3 art galleries, pottery studios, art classes for all ages, and several community outreach programs, such as their award-winning Art in the Parks program. For more information, visit them online at creativeyork.org.
This is Houghton Buchanan. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
First pitch of the inning is a called strike. Down and on the outside against Tony Abreu, who leads things off. 1-0 Bridgeport. Goss steals and misses down and in. Abreu, 8th in the league in hitting at .294. In his last 7 games, .429. He's reached safely in 12 in a row. Pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball explodes at 91, down in the strike zone. 1-2. Goss ready, and the pitch. And a fastball up and away, just missed. The lights are on at full force a little bit earlier tonight with the gray skies. Goss kicks, fires, and a ground ball foul up the first base line. Well, Goss in his first 2 starts against Bridgeport allowed just 1 run in each. Again, Matt mentioning it's the 4th time he's facing them in 6 starts. There's the wind, another 2-2, and a ground ball just under his glove and up the middle over toward right center. Base hit for Abreu to lead things off. And the Bluefish with their 3rd hit, 5th base runner here already.
And all 3 hits have been nearly handled by Jay Goss on the mound. The first one by Hernandez hit off his leather. The second one by Cuevas bounced over him, and that one just to his left and under the glove for hit number 3.
So Abreu now with a 13-game on-base streak. Here's Angeles Nina. First pitch, he swings, bounces it to Goss, off to the side of the mound, turns and locates, throw to second in time there, as Casilla collects it and then sidesteps Abreu's slide and hangs on to it. Now, a soft comebacker on a hop. Goss had to hustle toward the third base side to grab it, and they weren't going to turn 2 there, but a good throw to get the out.
Yeah, Nina with pretty good speed down the line, and Goss, his throw to second base a little bit on the second base side of the bag, and so Casilla, when he received the throw, had the runner coming right in and just made sure of 1 and wasn't going to really be able to turn 2 with the runner sliding into him.
1 on, 1 out. Here's Myers at the top. First pitch is beaten foul behind the plate. That looked like he fouled it off his leg. He did, and rather than it going straight down, it went straight back. I've never seen one come off a leg like that. Fouled it straight off his leg. He seems to be okay, shaking it off a little bit, but it went straight behind the plate, about halfway onto the grass and stopped. Myers a ground out to third, his first time up. Goss peeks over at Nina, delivers, and a swing and a pop foul, headed back and out of play. 1-0 Bluefish lead on a bases loaded 2-out walk in the first. The Revs had thought they were out of the inning before that. Goss thought that the walk was a pretty close pitch, so a couple of things working against them there. But did leave him loaded. Here's the stretch, he deals, and a swing and a miss. A high fastball strikes out Myers. 2 away on his first K of the night. And we'll pause for a station ID.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
Runner at first, 2 outs. Luis Hernandez, the hitter. He watches a changeup strike. Hernandez, who singled up the middle and scored in the first inning. And it looked like he was cut down at third, but evidently got back in and then scored. The 0-1 fastball, and that's in there. 90 down in the zone for strike 2. Goss, who will come right at you. Right at hitters, attacks. A lot of late life on that fastball. Mace believes the fastball and the breaking ball are both out pitches for him. 0-2. And a swing and a miss. A fastball up with late movement at 91. He blows him away on straight gas. 3 pitches and strikes him out. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Back-to-back strikeouts. And we've played an inning and a half. Still 1-0 Bridgeport.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event is on, featuring Outlander Sports starting at $17,995 with 0% financing available for up to 72 months. Right now, $2,500 off all 2017 Mitsubishi Lancers or a 7-passenger Outlander with discounts and rebates up to $4,000. So don't miss out on York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event with a great selection and over 70 cars available. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue in York. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less. Sale ends 7/31.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
This is Jay Gauss. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sport Radio 1350, WYK. First in York, first in sports.
Jared Mitchell will lead things off. Revs down 1-0 as we go to the bottom half of the second. Mitchell, Trienfeld, and Dent here against Lara. Mitchell at 286 as he stands in a Santa hat photoshopped on the board for him. First pitch is a fastball in for a strike. Christmas in July here at the ballpark tonight. They had it in, it was July when we were in Lancaster earlier this month. It was the 0-1, and a breaking ball drops in for strike 2. Mitchell tied for second in the league in doubles with 23. His last 11 games hitting .439. There's the wind and the pitch. And it missed inside, fastball. Lara, who typically tops out around 89, that's what that pitch was. But a lot of movement on his stuff, and he'll rely on that. Big righty, 6'4", 240. Pitch is grounded right side, backhanded by Burrows. He'll flip to Lara. Might have been a little late off the mound, but beats Mitchell by a step. And after the leadoff singles to start the game for Lara, he's retired the last 4. 1 away here in the second inning. Stranded 2 in the first. And here's Trienfeld, who comes in at 262 with 4 homers. And since going back in on an everyday basis in 6 games, hitting .364. Lara, 26-year-old from Bani, Dominican Republic, facing his fellow countryman, Trienfeld from Santiago. Pitch to him is swung on and fouled back onto the roof. Lara last time out, a loss against Southern Maryland, 5 innings, 5 runs, struggled with control. He walked 6, gave up 9 hits. He might be lucky it was only 5 runs with all those base runners. Pitch is chopped toward third and foul, and Polo cuts it off barehanded. Now, how did he golf yesterday?
Well, he was telling me it was his first time since I think 2010, and in 2010 he didn't even really play. Yesterday he gave it a shot, and He played with Luis Cruz, the two of them trying to figure things out on the golf course. Neither one of them really been around the game a whole lot.
Lara, deep breath, kicks, delivers, and a swing and a high fly toward the corner and right. Nina, a long run, hustling across the line, and it lands foul in the corner. And Trienfeld gives it a ride, remains 0-2. Joe Dahl took some amazing photos, which you can check out our gallery on our WOYK Facebook page. I showed Polo the two of his, and he asked me to have those sent his way, so who knows where those will end up, but he took a big chunk of grass out of the tee box and then was doubled over laughing. Here's a swing and a shot on one hop at short. Hernandez backs up. He gloves it. Long throw will get Trienfeld by a lunge at first base. 2 away. A couple ground outs to start the inning.
Well, Polo was telling me today that while he doesn't really golf a lot, his wife plays a decent amount, and she's been trying to convince him to go to the range with her, and so maybe this is a step in that direction.
Here's Ryan Dent. Our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care home run contest tonight. Linda Gothrop, our contestant. Good luck, Linda. First pitch to Dent is upstairs. Dent at .235, 3 homers, 27 batted in. And a sac fly in Sunday's 9-1 win. 8 innings. Pitch is up and in. It was the 14th rain-shortened game in team history, 14 in 11 years. First since early May of last year when the Revs beat Bridgeport in a 7-inning game here in York. There's the 2-0, and a fastball over for a strike, outer half.
I thought you were going to say June 23rd against Lancaster.
No, but that's funny.
Not quite.
There's the 2-1, and it misses down and outside. No, that thing gets a category all of its own. 3 days, T-minus 3 days until Barnstormers and Blue Crabs meet for all the first half marbles. All the first half Tostitos. Pitch, and a swing and a pop-up foul coming back and out of play. Full count on Dent. Barnstormers are in New Britain right now. They won yesterday, or last night, and today, a day game. So the Revs technically a game and a half back. And this result tonight will move it a half game one way or the other. Here's the wind and the 3-2. Swing, and it's fouled off, right side and over the roof. Down 1-0 here in the second inning tonight. Lara, who came up through the Mets system, made it to AAA on multiple occasions. Delivers. And missed low. Dent works out the walk. First walk of the night from Lara. And a 2-out base runner. Revs Baseball brought to you by Wolf's Bus Lines, the Pretzel Twist, Neighborhood Sure Save Markets, Turkey Hill Minute Markets, Headline Foods, and D's Nuts. Now, here's Witherspoon. He's trying to snap out of a funk, hitting .275, 4 home runs. It's been held to 4 for 28 the last 8. First pitch, he swings and misses, breaking ball from Lara. Witherspoon did drive in a run and score a run on Sunday, but the hits have been a little tougher to come by of late. There's the stretch from Lara. The 0-1, and it breaks into the dirt, and a good block by Molina coming out of his crouch. 1-0 Bluefish here in the bottom of the second tonight. Revs facing him for the 4th series in a month. Won't see them again until Labor Day weekend in Bridgeport, and that's it. Pitch is swung on and missed. A high fastball, 1-2. Lara, who had a couple of pretty solid years at Double-A Binghamton, coming up in the Mets system. Ready with it. 1-2, and it breaks outside. Witherspoon doesn't bite.
And that slider of his really sweeps. I mean, that one started hard of the plate, maybe even middle in, and ended up about 1.5 feet outside. I mean, for him to hit the inside corner, he probably has to start it behind Travis Witherspoon.
Now the stretch, the 2-2. Fastball grounded between his legs, up the middle. It's cut off by Abreu, and the off-balance throw can't get Witherspoon. What an effort. He backhanded it behind second and made a runaway throw, just chucking it toward first. And a slower runner, he might have gotten him, but Witherspoon, an infield hit, and the Revs with a 2-out threat.
Not too often you see a ball go right between a pitcher's legs on the mound. Heck of a throw by Abreu at second across his body. Just pulled Burrows to the home plate side of the base. I think the throw would have beaten him, but of course an infield single on such a difficult play.
So 2 on with 2 out. The inning stays alive for Alonzo Harris. He's singled to left in the first. Lara steps off. And now ready to work. First pitch, he swings, fouls it back, and out of play. I would imagine that at some point Harris and Lara's paths crossed. Both came up in the Mets system. Alonzo was at Binghamton in 2013, and it was a level ahead of Lara at that point, but at least in spring training I'm sure they saw each other. Here's a swing and a miss, a high fastball. 0-2. Lara at Double-A last year, 7-11. Stretch and the pitch. Slider away. Harris lays off. The year before, though, at Double-A, he was 9-5. With brief trips to AAA each season in Las Vegas, which is now where his former rotation mate Abeladeo is. There's the 1-2. Swinging a line drive, slicing toward right center. Myers over, though, and he's got it. Harris hit it on the nose, but Myers backing up and shifting over toward right center is right there. No runs, 1 hit, and 2 left. And we go to the third, still a 1-0 Bridgeport lead.
Take it from me, guys. You want to make life happier? Your wife wants a nicer lawn. The kind of lawn you see on Home and Gardens and Martha Stewart. Here's a hint. You're not alone. Call your pals at Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. They've got a way with lush lawns that the ladies like. And as you know, happy wifey, happy hubby. Winky face. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
For Manny Brothers, almost famous, always a favorite. From Manny Brothers, almost famous sandwiches served on Italian bread. Your choice of meat piled high with cheese, fresh cut fries, coleslaw, and tomato. Every day is happy hour with half price on draft, bottles, and liquors. Tuesday and Thursdays, it's Primanti Pizza Feast wings and salad for under $20. We'll keep the wings flying with 59-cent wings all day Sunday and boneless wings all day Monday. Primanti Brothers, 2151 South Queen Street. Almost famous, always a favorite.
Can you sit up, little guy? There you go. What a big boy. Whoa. Every time he grabs my maple donut, it pulls him over to one side. But he keeps on grabbing at it. Whoop, there he goes again. Wait, let's see how this works. Here you go, little dude. Here's another maple donut. Can you grab it? Well, there you have it, folks. Charlie's right. A balanced baby needs a maple donut in each hand.
Maple donuts taste right. This is Logan Williamson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the third, 1-0. Bridgeport still on top. 3-4-5 due up. Jay Goss, a strong finish to that second inning, striking out the top two hitters in the order and looking to settle in here tonight. Jose Cuevas, an infield hit and a steal in the first inning. Pitch is a breaking ball and it hooks back for a strike. Cuevas, Burrows, and Hill to the plate. Goss kicks and delivers, and a swing and a bouncer softly to third. Trienfel over in front of short will get there, and he guns a throw. He vaporized that one across to Nash at first base, and Talvin, when he got here today, he had to go through the process of getting signed. Didn't get to take BP. That's the first throw, well, second. He did have one in the first, but he's getting a crash course on Trienfel's velocity from over there. He'll learn quickly. One away, here's Sean Burrows. And Goss missing low on the first one. Burrows a fly out to left in the first. He did not bring a runner home from third, but they would eventually score on a bases loaded walk. There's a pitch low again, 2-0.
Just to go back to Trienfel quickly though, Daryl, you talked about that play in the first. He gunned that one too. That was from over the top. This time he dropped down. It was sidearm. It was almost short arm, and it still had incredible zip.
There's a ground ball over the mound. Dent will get to it behind second. He sidearms and plenty of time to get Burrows. 2 away. A roller right over the mound. And Dent right there up the middle. 2 outs. Our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report tonight. The Revs are in good shape, although Mace is a little bit sore. His back from all the golfing yesterday.
Hey, he said, I'm out today. Fletch through BP, him and Polo. Usually it's Polo for 1 round and Mace for 2, but he was not getting up on that, whatever they call it, the mound they put in front of the mound.
Here's Jose Hill, who swings and misses, breaking ball.
Elevated mat they throw off of behind the L screen.
So Mace is on our WellSpan Sports Medicine injury report. Pitch is beaten foul at the plate. That one bounced up off Hill on his finish, 0-2. He walked in the first, which loaded the bases, and then Fields walked, which brought home the run. Goss left him loaded, and then a strong second inning, and looking to do the same here in the third. The pitch twists a little bit and fires high. He showed his numbers and missed up top at 92, the hardest that we've seen from him tonight. Now the 1-2, and a changeup floats high. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. camp day. We'll be on right at the end of hour 2 of the Dan Patrick Show. Goss, the kick and the pitch. Fastball in tight, and it goes full. So ahead of him and trying to get him to extend a little bit, ends up in a full count. And the payoff pitch, swinging a pop-up, shallow right center. Casilla out from second, and he's got it. He got to a spot, turned and found it, and was right underneath it. 1-2-3, third for Goss. We go to the bottom of the third. Revs trailing the Bluefish 1-0.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great BestJet products from your neighborhood SureSave markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party platters with $18.93 deli items. BestJet hot dogs go great with BestJet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple BestJet Rising Crust pizzas with 12 packs of BestJet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with BestJet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Facing a legal issue can be a frightening time. What's my course of action? How do I know who to call? Fortunately, the York County Bar Association makes it easy. Now, you only need to make one call to find the right lawyer for you. Call the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right lawyer with our Attorney Connection Lawyer Referral Service. Just call 854-8755 or visit yorkbar.com. Don't hesitate in getting the help you need. Contact the York County Bar Association and let us help you find the right attorney at the right time.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
This is Luke Westfall. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Nothing Bridgeport. We go to the bottom of the third. It'll be Casilla, Tejeda, and Burgess coming up. Each team with 3 hits, and Casilla indeed has one of those for York. 22-game hitting streak extended right away tonight. And Lara's first pitch, he shows a bunt, and it's a called strike on the inner edge. No late inning drama tonight as it pertains to the streak. Took care of that early. Here's the 0-1. And look out, down and in. Casilla left his feet, diving toward the plate, avoiding a toe shot. And it did hit him. He tosses his bat aside, walks toward first. There was no signal from Frank Urilli, but he's on base. On for the second time tonight and hit in the feet for the second straight game.
I was wondering why he stayed down so long. Usually if you're just scampering out of the way, you jump right back up, but he took an extra second on the ground and kind of like the other day, just kind of lying back around home plate, pretending he was at the beach. I mean, that's the alternative to rubbing dirt on it, I suppose. Just imagine you're laying in some sand.
Here's Tejeda, who flied to center his first time. Lara stretches. First pitch fastball is over for a strike. The other day he was down so long I was concerned for a moment, but he was fine. Tonight up a little bit quicker than that, but trying to get him down and in near his feet. Pitch is down and away, 1-1. It's an area that you don't really want to be hit, but survive those two. Tejeda coming into play tonight, league leading 96 hits, leads the league by 3. Soft toss to first, Casilla back standing. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, it was an 8-4 win for Lancaster earlier today at New Britain. It was a noon start. Pitch and a slider nipped the outside corner, and Lara jumps ahead. 1-2. Sugarland tied at Long Island 1-1 in the 4th. They made the long trek to the island after Sunday's game here. And it's Southern Maryland at Somerset, scoreless in the second in that one. Casilla the lead. Lara the stretch. 1-2, he's running and a swing and a foul back. And Casilla on the move there. He does have 3 steals. At Lancaster game today, they were down 4-2 in the middle innings. Brian Evans gave up 4 in 4, but came back. Pitch and a swing and a drive toward the big wall in left field, and it is off the well span sign, and Casilla makes it to third easily. Throw into second. Tejeda will settle with the single. High off the arch nemesis in left. A nice, easy swing path, went out and got it, and it backspun all the way off the well span sign. It's first and third with nobody out.
Well, we talked about how much break Lara's slider has, and he got ahead of Tejeda with that slider, but on the very next pitch, hung it, and Tejeda all over it. Just kind of kept his bat in the zone, flicked the wrist.
Now a chance for Burgess here to tie it up. Down 1-0 in the third. Burgess a fly out to left his first time. Pitch from Lara, it swung on, rolled to second, could be 2, but it will tie it. The flip, the turn, it is at 4-6-3 double play. Abreu to Hernandez and on to first. No RBI for Burgess, but the game is tied at 1. Casilla in to score on it. Lara will take that trade though. And we'll start over. The hit for Tejeda, his league-leading 97th, which sets up the run. And here's Telvin Nash with 2 outs and the base is empty. Nash, who struck out looking his first time. Lara the pitch, swinging a ground ball, left side base hit. His first hit back with York. And jumps on the first pitch this time and grounds it through the hole into left. In his Revs career, he's a .272 hitter. The on-base percentage in his 2 years in York, .389. Nash, a great athlete as well. Revs fans, I'm sure, remember some of his maneuvering around first base, very agile. Former D1 football recruit on the defensive side of the ball, linebacker, DN. Miami was hot after him. Here's Jared Mitchell. First pitch is belted deep to right field, and watch this one go onto the 10th in right. Jared Mitchell, a 2-run home run, his 7th of the year. And the Revs jump on top 3-1 here in the bottom of the third. His 4th in the last 12 games. And he knew it the moment he hit it. Held on to that bat for a few steps toward first so that he could admire the handiwork. A majestic shot onto the 10s. Nash kept it alive with the single, and Mitchell blasts off. 3-1, it's a 3-run inning. Here's Trienfeld. First pitch is just outside. A no doubt towering, majestic shot. Here's the wind and the 1-0. And a swing and a tip foul behind the plate, and some dirt got the plate umpire really up near the eye. Linda Gothrop, a winner on our Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care Home Run Contest tonight. Linda, you can stop by the Apple Chevrolet ticket office at your convenience. Mitchell on a tear, and that includes the long ball. 4th in 12 games. A 1-1. And a breaking ball bent outside. And on this recent surge, he's moved into 2nd in the league in doubles, but this time brings himself the whole way around. Here's the 2-1, and a fastball down and away. So Trienfeld, a hitter's count, grounded out his first time up. The wind and the pitch, and he swings and skies it foul, right field side. right off the picnic table. The home run, the 10th given up by Lara. 67th hit by the Revs this year. They have slipped to 6th in the league, but they're not all that far away from 5th and 4th. Now Lara ready. Here's the wind, the 3-2. And a swing and a foul back upstairs, protecting on that high fastball. And they've pressured Lara here early tonight. Good number of base runners, 6 hits, along with a walk and a hit batter. Cashing in here this inning. Lara the kick, another 3-2, and a shot up the middle, base hit for Trienfeld. He singles right back up the box. And the Revs with their 7th hit, their 4th this inning. And that'll keep it alive for Dent. Trienfeld with a hit in his 9th game in a row. He has really performed well. Another hit up the middle for him. He's done a lot more of that here of late, up the middle and other way. Here's Dent, who walked his first time tonight. Revs with a 3-1 lead. And first pitch, high and tight, and Dent squats down as he stumbles away. Stretch. Trienfeld a short lead. Pitch is swung on and missed. A changeup down. Dent ends up falling on a knee. Tomorrow at 11 a.m., Mateo against Rainier Roybal, who we saw in relief. Really struggled with his command, but got out of it that particular day. The 1-1, and that rides high and tight as Dent backs away again.
What was it, 5 walks in 2 innings, didn't give up a run, I think?
I think 5 in an inning and 2/3 and didn't give up a run.
Hard to do.
And I don't think he allowed a hit. If he did, it was 1. Lara the 2-1, and a swing and a miss. High fastball. And Dent saw that one up and his eyes lit up. He finished a little off balance again, 2-2. Thursday at 6:30, Frank Gailey against Charles Brewer. And then the Revs go to New Britain for the weekend before returning home against Long Island at the beginning of next week. Here's the stretch, 2-2, and a swing and a foul back. The Dent stays alive. He's got a nice golf swing, I understand.
Does, very smooth, hits it a mile in the air. His team coming in first place yesterday.
Lara again to the plate. And down and away, and Molina somehow made the pick. It ended up way outside in the dirt, and he picked it with his glove turned frontward. That's one that you'd want to backhand.
Well, he's done that a couple times today, and I think, again, it just illustrates how much movement Lara has on that slider, where your initial move with the glove is to keep it forehand, but it ends up well to the backhand side, so you have to kind of twist your wrist the other way around.
So Trienfeld will have a head start, a full count. Chance of let's go Revs in between pitches. The 3-2, and a swing and a high fly toward the line and right. Nina hustles over across the chalk, and hidden from our view, he does make the catch, has room. And that'll end the inning. But the Revs take the lead. 3 runs on 4 hits, including Jared Mitchell's 2-run homer, 1 man left. We go to the 4th. Matt with the play-by-play. It's the Revs with a 3-1 lead.
At Donegal, we understand there are many costs associated with running a business. That's why Donegal works with you to provide quality insurance products based on your business needs, and why we deliver that insurance at a price to fit your budget. Call your local independent Donegal agent today and discover why, when it comes to insurance for your business, Donegal is a better value. Contact Kochman Kunkel Insurance at 717-854-0300 or stop in at 3217 East Market Street, York. Locally owned and operated by Pam and Rudy Kochman. Kochman Kunkel Insurance.
Hey Revs fans, now's your chance to win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy. This season, during every home game at Peoples Bank Park, it's the all-new Shipley Energy Grand Slam inning. Each game, one inning will be designated, and one name will be selected as the contestant. If the Revs hit a Grand Slam that inning, you could win $5,000. To enter, stop by Fan Services and fill out your form, or enter via the York Revolution app or YorkRevolution.com. Sign up today and win big with the Revs and Shipley Energy this season.
Hey Jane, check it out. 2 brand new Fast Play games from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Yeah, you just pick your game, get your ticket, and see if you've won.
And with Payday, you could win progressive top prizes instantly.
Instantly? That's fast.
Not faster than me drinking this frozen slush.
You okay?
Ouch. Headache.
Oh.
Fast Play. Play fast, win instantly. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. Benefits older Pennsylvanians every day.
This is Michael Click. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball, home of the Revs, Sports Radio, 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Jay Goss back to the hill now with a 2-run lead. Daniel Fields leading off in the first pitch fastball just below the knees, ball 1. Top of the 4th, 3-1, Revs in front. A Jared Mitchell 2-run home run, part of a 3-run 3rd inning. And the 1-0 to Fields, a changeup this time, catching the bottom of the zone, 1 ball and 1 strike. Fields, Gustavo Molina, Tony Abreu, 6, 7, and 8 due up. Fields from the left side in the 1-1 pitch. Fastball outside edge, knee high, strike 2. Goss once again making his 4th start against the Bluefish. It started on June 26th, and the pitch is beaten foul off the foot of Fields, who drops his bat and hobbles off to the left side of home plate. Now we'll go down to one knee, trying to shake the pain. Home plate umpire Frank Urilli will walk a new ball out to Goss on the mound and give the batter Fields a little time. The trainer out as well, and that's Caitlin Ricklefs. Luis Rodriguez, the skipper, down from the third base coach's box as they meet just outside of the circle around home plate, checking on Fields, and that one got the top of his foot, and he immediately dropped the bat and hobbled away. He's now up to 2 feet and walking it off. Looks like he does wear a little bit of body armor down around his ankle, but mainly guarding the instep, and that one hitting right on the top. He's pointing at it now, the back toe, the back foot, front toe on his back foot. Straight down on it. Goss ahead of him, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Infield back, outfield straight away. Fields in and ready, and the 1-2. Swinging a high fly ball, pretty deep left field. Harris positioned near the track, turning and looking, and it's midway off the wall. Fields around second. Harris will fire it back in. The tag by Casilla. In time, he got him. Alonzo Harris casually waiting for it to come down and threw a BB into Casilla, who went to a knee and applied the tag. And that's the 2nd time in as many games Alonzo Harris has thrown out a runner trying to stretch a single into a double. One away, here's Molina. Molina behind the plate tonight. Righty against righty in the first pitch. Outside corner for a strike. Goss gets ahead with a 91-mile-an-hour heater. Gosh from the line, the 0-1. Front door breaking ball gets the inside corner, and Jay quickly ahead, 0-2. Goss comes in with a 4-1 record, a 2.36 ERA, and were that to qualify, it would be second best in the Atlantic League. The 0-2, swinging a line drive left field, that'll fall in for a base hit. 2 hops, and Harris will glove it. And this one he'll toss in a bit more casually, and it's a 1-out single for Gustavo Molina. Two-strike hit for Molina, he's aboard, and here comes Tony Abreu. Abreu, a switch hitter, he'll bat from the left side against the righty Goss. Abreu, a single right back up the middle, his first time up. First pitch, change up and away, ball 1. Abreu, he's been one of the hotter hitters throughout this season, but of late a 429 average over his last 7, and the 1-0 hit on the ground right side, that'll get on through a base hit. Nash was holding the runner, and it opened up the hole on the right side. Mitchell will throw it back into second. Molina stops there, but it's 3 straight singles and 2 on. That'll bring up the 9th place hitting Angeles Nina. Nina, fielder's choice, a bouncer right back to Goss, just off the mound. And he's seeing a lot of balls come right back in his direction today. Hernandez and Cuevas with singles in the first inning in his direction. Abreu right back up the middle, and now Nina bounces one up the third base line and foul. That fielder's choice right back to him as well. Once again, the Bluefish, a contact-heavy team, a team that'll put the ball in play a lot and make you work on the mound. Goss up to 61 pitches here in the 4th. And the Bluefish now have taken over the lead in average amongst Atlantic League teams, 283. The kick and the 0-1, breaking ball hit on a sharp hop to shortstop, Dent to his backside, fires to second, and on to first from Casilla, a double play. 6-4-3, and the Revs defense sharp here in the 4th. Through 3.5 at Peoples Bank Park, it's 3-1 York on 1350 WOIK.
This is the Dan Patrick Show.
Every single morning.
5 bad calls in 13 seconds. What's more impressive? What Reggie Miller did to the Knicks or what the officials did to NBA fans in the final 13 seconds? Reg had 8 points in 9 seconds.
Yes.
Or 5 missed calls in 13 seconds. What's more impressive there? And I thought Reg was. But that's pretty impressive. You missed 5. You missed every one of them. But, you know, total transparency. They've admitted that they missed these calls. But it's almost like, and if you're Catholic, you understand this, you just go to confession, and all of a sudden that just wipes away your sins. So this is sort of the referee, the NBA's version of confession. Hey, we made some mistakes. We'll see you in Oklahoma City.
The Dan Patrick Show.
Break out some IDs.
That's just good radio.
Mornings at 9 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Need material handling equipment for your company's busy season? Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers a full line of rental equipment to keep you operating at maximum efficiency. Forklifts from 3,000 to 15,000 pound capacity, narrow aisle reach trucks and order pickers, electric pallet jacks, scissor lifts, and forklift clamp attachments. Daily, weekly, and monthly terms available. Call today at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438. And check us out online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
This is Paul Fletcher. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, Fletch leading us back into the bottom of the 4th, and his son Braden picked a good weekend to come up and visit. Hung out with us here in the booth for a few innings on Sunday, and then hung out at the Brooks Robinson Golf Classic yesterday. Rode around with Michael Click. 2 of them having a lot of fun. Travis Witherspoon will get things going in the home half of the fourth. It'll be Alonzo Harris and Alexi Casilla to follow. 3-1, the Revs lead it. Lara working from the first base side, winds and fires. The first pitch, two-seam fastball outside edge, strike one. Witherspoon, a man who's been up and down this lineup throughout the season, as high as 1, as low as 9, where he is tonight. And the 0-1 from Lara, breaking ball and a swing and a miss. Letter high, and Witherspoon cut through it, 0-2. In fact, the only spots that Witherspoon has not batted in the lineup this year are 3 and 4. At least one game in every other spot penciled in by Mark Mason. The 0-2 reached for and fouled off. Caught the face mask of Molina behind the plate as Witherspoon hangs tough. Travis, a guy who has had an up and down season. You talk about the peaks and valleys that hitters see at the plate. He's had high peaks and low valleys. Trying to become a little more consistent. The 0-2 hit on the ground towards shortstop. Luis Hernandez up with it and fires across for out number 1. So Witherspoon putting it in play with 2 strikes, but right at Hernandez. And 1 up and 1 down in the fourth. That'll bring up Alonzo Harris. 1 for 2, a single to left in the first. Also gunned down a runner at second base in the top half of the inning. First pitch on the way from Lara. A swing and a foul tip squeezed. Harris coming out of his shoes a little bit. A big cut. 0-1. More on the Classic. We talked about how he at one point had the longest drive, a 270-yarder uphill. And he swings and fouls it straight back, 0-2. His team also coming in third place. And it was Chong Choi's team placing second and Ryan Dent's team in first. 0-2, here's Lara's delivery. It's a check swing bouncer right back to the mound. Lara sets and delivers a strike to first for out number 2. So 2 quick outs to begin the fourth, and that'll bring up Alexi Casilla. Casilla, as he strides to the plate, takes a right-handed swing before digging in from the left-hand side. A switch hitter, and he's been on base twice. A single and a hit by pitch came around to score in the third. Cuevas in at third, and the first pitch above the letters, ball 1. Talking to Casilla about that one-handed bunt the other day, and he was telling me that he learned it and experimented with it in winter ball in the Dominican. The 1-0, and that's a strike. Outside corner at the knees. He said he learned it from Rafael Furcal, and what he does is he puts the bat perpendicular to the pitcher. The 1-1, and he bounces one foul up the first base side, and he just loosens the grip, and when the ball makes contact with his lumbar, the force of the impact changes the angle all on its own and directs it towards the third base line. He does not angle the bat himself. Very skilled, very interesting. The 1-2, bounce foul right behind home plate. Lara now all the way up to 74 pitches here in the fourth. Casilla with that single in the first, extending his league leading hitting streak, at least currently, up to 22 in a row. The 1-2, breaking ball, fought foul straight back. And over the course of the hitting streak, he's really showcased it all. That one-handed bunt, the slap hit as well in Southern Maryland. He's hit to the opposite field from both sides of the plate. The 1-2 from Lara, and that's just inside. You see it jumping back slightly on a pitch that narrowly missed. And not only has he done it at the plate, but in the field as well. Playing a tremendous defensive second base. The 2-2, swinging a line drive, caught at second by Abreu. Sharply hit And right at the Bridgeport second baseman, a 3-up, 3-down inning for Rainey Lara. 3-1, the Revs out in front, heading to the fifth here on 1350 WOYK.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Nurturing imagination, creativity, and innovation since 1990, Creative York is a non-profit art center located in historic downtown York, featuring 3 art galleries, pottery studios, art classes for all ages, and several community outreach programs, such as their award-winning Art in the Parks program. For more information, visit them online at creativeyork.org.
Enter Rudder's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rudder's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rudders VIP to enter. Rudders, why go anywhere else?
This is Ryan Dent. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Jay Goss back to the hill. The top of the order due up against him. Darby Myers, Luis Hernandez, and Jose Cuevas. Goss last inning gave up 3 straight hits, but no runs across. Alonzo Harris throwing out Daniel Fields at second, and then an inning-ending double play ball off the bat of Angeles Nina. 3-1, the Revs lead it. Goss winds in the first pitch to Myers, a fastball, and it just missed down low, ball 1. Myers second in the league and batting at .336. 0 for 2 in this one, a ground out and a strikeout. The 1-0 breaking ball, and it just missed down low again, ball 2. Sharp slider from Goss started at the front hip and dove down below the knees. Jay working quickly. Here's the 2-0. Reach for and line over the leap of Dented Shorty, elevated high in the air and just couldn't quite get there. It's a single to left center off the bat of Myers to get the 5th inning underway. Ryan Dent gave it his all, really got up high in the air. Just couldn't quite get the leather to it. That'll bring up Luis Hernandez. Hernandez a single in the first, extending an on-base streak to 17 in a row. And the first pitch, that one's in there with the slider, 0-1. Hernandez in his last 9 games, 11 for 31, a .355 clip. A Bridgeport All-Star along with Darby Myers, who's on at first. Myers 22 steals on the year. He is going. The pitch is hit in the air, left field and pretty deep. Harris back on it towards the warning track, veers to the line and makes the catch. He'll come up firing all the way to first, the stretch by Nash, and it's in and out of his glove. He tried to pick the short hop all the way from left field, and it would have been a bang-bang play with Myers going back in feet first. Wow, what an arm from Alonzo Harris, almost corner to corner on that one. He showed it off last inning, gunning down Fields at second and nearly got Myers on his way back to first. Myers feet first standing. Didn't go into a slide, and it would have been an awfully close play. 1 down, here's Cuevas. And the first pitch hit in the air, foul down the right field line. Cuevas reached in the first inning, initially scored a hit, and in between innings changed to an E6. There on Ryan Dent, he bobbled a slow roller up the middle. It would have been a close play and could have gone either way, but upon looking at the replay, they decided to go with the error. This one also bounced towards shortstop, but this time Trienfeld cuts in front. The bare hand throw, and in time at first. Carlos Trienfeld picking up bare hand just to the left of the pitcher's mound and firing it from knee high to Telvin Nash for out number 2. Up to second on the play goes Darby Myers. Now he's made a few throws to first that have had some heat on them. And from various arm slots, over the top, side arm, and that one dropping down as he picked it up with the bare hand and made the play. 2 down for Sean Burrows. Revs leading it 3-1 here, top of the 5th. Burrows 0 for 2, runner in scoring position for him. And the first pitch, fastball fouled straight back. Burrows late on 91 as Goss gets ahead. Goss has his sign from Tejeda. Lefty against righty, a look back, and now the 0-1. Fastball outside, throw back to second, and it's high. Dent pulls down the tag, but too late as Myers went back in with a feet-first slide. 1 ball and a 1 strike to count. Burrows, 5 for 8 coming into this one in 2 games back from paternity leave. Had not played since June 24th. Waste no time getting back on track. 0 for 2 in this one. The 1-1 hit on the ground right at Dennett's shortstop. He backs up the field and he slings it across, and that will retire the side. A leadoff single and a man left stranded through 4.5 at Peoples Bank Park. It's 3-1 Revs on 1350 WOYK.
Hey, it's the good-looking genius at Broadway Transmission. You know what really grinds my gears? Perfectly good cars being thrown away just because the transmission went bad. My mind slips into overdrive when someone says,
I'll just get a new car before I spend that kind of money on a transmission.
What? According to Kelley Blue Book, the average price of a new car is $32 grand. Now you're going to finance that, right? There's another $6 to $8 grand. And if you drive it off the showroom floor, it loses 20% of its value immediately. Don't forget, you also have to pay sales tax, higher insurance rates, title and registration fees, and come up with $600, $700, $800 a month depending on your interest rates for 5 years. And remember, you will still have to pay for the upkeep of the car. Brakes, tires, wipers, fluids, etc. Stop! Trade your transmission, not your car.
Thanks, good-looking genius.
You're welcome, ma'am. Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and save you all that dough. Visit us on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
Does your wealth advisor know how you take your coffee? At Smith, Mayer & Little Wealth Advisory Group, we genuinely get to know our clients, from their interests, goals, and dreams, right down to how they like their coffee. By understanding our clients on a personal level, we help them make wise financial decisions. In us, you will find a trusted confidant dedicated to your financial success. Smith, Mayer & Little, a wealth of knowledge about wealth. Get to know us over a cup of coffee or visit us at financialjava.com.
Janney Montgomery Scott LLC, member NYSE, FINRA, and SIPC.
Hi, this is Doug Berman, managing partner at RKL, proud member of the York County Economic Alliance since 1947. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Bottom of the 5th here at Peoples Bank Park. Isaias Tejeda, Michael Burgess, Telvin Nash due up for the Revs. Rainey Lara back to work. York in front, 3-1. Jared Mitchell, 2-run home run in the 3rd, the difference in this one. Lara ready, righty against righty. And the 6'4" right-hander deals. It's a high fly ball straight away center field. Myers back 2 steps, reaches up, and makes the grab. A 1-pitch out to begin the 5th. So with Tejeda retired, that'll bring up Michael Burgess. Burgess 0 for 2, a fly out to left, a ground ball double play, which did score a run in the third. Alexi Casilla coming in from third. Burgess up from the left side. No batting gloves as always, and the first pitch fastball over for strike one. Burgess DHing tonight. Telvin Nash making his season debut playing at first base. And the 0-1 hit a mile high, straight away right field. Nina towards the line a few steps and now waiting for it to come down and finally squeezes it for out number 2. Certainly had the height, not quite the distance on that one. Burgess getting a little bit under it, but showcasing the power straight up in the air. And here is the aforementioned Telvin Nash.
And if Nash produces like he has in the past, one guy that could really benefit is Burgess hitting in front of him.
First pitch to Nash, and that's a breaking ball down and away. Nash 1 for 2, a strikeout in the first, a single through the left side in the third. He set the table for that Jared Mitchell home run. And the pitch upstairs, 2-0 the count. Nash last played on July the 12th. He was in the White Sox system, and when they made a deadline deal, it had a trickle-down effect all throughout their minor leagues, and Nash, the short end of the stick, getting released. The 2-1 hit high in the air. It's deep, left center field. Myers going back. That one is gone. Telvin Nash, welcome back to York. A 2-hit game and his first home run with York this season. And the Revs in front, 4-1. Well, Nash had 28 home runs in his career with the Revs. That in 2015 and 2016, number 29 right there. And the Revs with a 3-run lead.
He knows how to make an entrance. Last year, he knew how to make an exit. He had a 2-home run game the night before he got signed by the White Sox, and what a return tonight.
Here's Mitchell, first pitch swinging, fouls it back, lost the bat as well. It went straight back to the backstop. I've seen that happen a couple times of late with Jared. Trying to get a grip on his lumber. Mitchell's been on a tear of late. We mentioned that home run in the third, his 4th in 12 days. Over his previous 11 games, not only did he have the 3 home runs, but also 9 doubles and batted .459. The 0-1 hit sharply down the first baseline, fair ball inside the bag. This could be number 10. On his way to second is Mitchell, but he's not stopping there. He makes the turn and heads towards third, slides in safely with a triple. Jared Mitchell, a 2-hit game and halfway to the cycle.
You gotta like the way this lineup is stacked up tonight, the way that these hitters complement each other, and adding Nash back in there, the protection that gives Burgess, and Mitchell behind him, the way he's swinging right now, he'll give Nash some protection there too. He is as hot as anybody, and you're right, why stop with the double? He's done 2 better than that tonight with the homer and triple for a guy who's second in the league in doubles.
His 3rd triple of the year, 33rd extra base hit out of 72 hits on the year. Now that percentage, that's tough to beat. Here's Trienfeld trying to get a tack-on run in with Mitchell on at third. Trienfeld extending his hitting streak to 9 in a row. And the first pitch hit sharply left side, a sliding attempt by Cuevas, but it's by him and into left field. Mitchell in to score, a base hit for Trienfeld. And it is a 5-1 game.
ball hit sharply with some English. A lot of top spin. Cuevas sliding to his left, and it was pretty much just stick the glove out, get close to it, hope you can knock it down and have time to make a play. But Trienfeld hit it sharply, and he continues to swing it.
Here's Dent trying to keep the inning going. First pitch upstairs, ball one. It started with 2 flyouts, but then a Telvin Nash home run, a Jared Mitchell triple, and a Carlos Trienfeld single. The Revs have added 2. They're out in front 5-1. The 1-0 to Dent. Fastball letter high for a strike. The count even at 1-1. So if Dent doubles, the Revs as a team will have hit for the cycle in the inning. 10-0 for 1 in this one. A walk in the second. A fly out to right in the third. And that pitch in the dirt. Blocked down by Molina. It's 2-1. So the Revs getting production up and down the order. We saw how the addition of Verona earlier on in the month kind of sparked this team. Perhaps Nash will do the same, even more so. The 2-1 to Dent. Swing and a miss. Chase the high fastball, and the count now even at 2-2.
Nash has now hit 19 home runs in his last 43 games in this park. That is just over 1 every 2 games. Or just less than 1 every 2, I should say.
2-2 to Dent. Breaking ball. Got him looking outside corner. He slumps the shoulders, and he's down on strikes to retire the side. But the Revs tack on 2 more. Telvin Nash, his first home run back in York. And Jared Mitchell following it up with a triple. Trienfeld picking up the RBI. 5-1 Revs, heading to the 6th on 1350 WOIK.
Rich Eisen.
I might be the mayor of the Follow Through Challenge community.
I like it. The Rich Eisen Show.
I'm here with Jim Moore from UCLA here on the Rich Eisen Show, and you answered, this had to be the first draft you physically have been to.
Yeah, I've been in 25 or 26 draft rooms where you're on one end of the phone talking to New York, now Chicago, but I'd never been in the green room.
What'd you think of the Dog and Pony Show?
I thought it was amazing. I loved it. Unfortunately, I saw the Tunsil thing. That was really amazing. And so to be able to go back to my players and say, okay, this is why we talk about decision making, and this is why we talk about the dangers of social media. And with Miles, you understand how fragile this career can be in the NFL, and so it pounds the point home to your players of the importance of an education and the importance of networking and setting yourself up for a life after football.
Time to roll.
This is the Rich Eisen Show.
Weekdays at noon on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
The York County Economic Alliance is York County's primary business resource, representing over 1,100 member businesses and 50,000 employees in York County. The YCEA serves to lead economic growth, connect local businesses, and to create a prosperous York County. This month, the YCEA celebrates the anniversaries of these members: Smith Village Home Furnishings, Columbia Gas of Pennsylvania, Maple Press Company, Shaler Yesco Distribution Incorporated, the York County Economic Alliance. Together, we prosper. Visit ycea-pa.org.
This is Stephen Janis. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Jay Goss back to work. His team up 5-1. And his first pitch to Jose Heel, a fastball, and it's a little up and away. Ball 1. Heel fields Molina due up here, top of the 6th. And Goss, couple hits in the 4th, 3 in a row, but got out of it. Defense being a big part in that one. A hit in the 5th, but then 3 straight outs, and the pitch on the way, hit in the air, left center field. Harris a beat on it, coming over towards the gap, makes the catch. Belled high, and there's out number 1.
Some of the defense behind Jay tonight has just been spectacular. Harris, the throw that he did get the out on at second, the throw to first that he almost got the out on. The diving double play that Den started, the bare hand play by Trienfeld. Spectacular stuff with the glove behind him here these last few innings as well.
And the Revs as a team have really picked it up defensively. Latter part of the first half on into the second half. Pitch to Fields, hit on the ground to first base. Nash up with it. Will flip to Goss covering, and there's out number 2. Revs now second in the league in defense at .981 their fielding percentage, and that's just 2 points behind the Somerset Patriots. 2 down for Gustavo Molina. Molina 1 for 2, a fielder's choice ground out, and a single to left. Molina in there behind the plate here in game 1. Jose Heel, the other catcher, also in there as the DH. And the first pitch to Molina fouled off the face mask of Tejeda. He gets right up, and he's bear hugged by Frank Urilli. Tejeda seems to be just fine.
Seems like we've had a lot of those off the face mask of late with both catchers. And there was one, was it Tejeda who was reaching toward the ear recently? His first move there was to his left ear. Maybe it's something within that face mask that kind of puts pressure on the ear when that happens.
Well, there was that one that Cruz took just before the game the other night where Janis threw a warm-up pitch that came up and got him, and he was reaching for his cheek, and it was like, oh no, we might have a man down before we even start, but Sean came out, checked on him, and cleared him to play. He went the whole game and seemed to be fine once that initial pain wore away. 2 down, and the 0-1 outside, a breaking ball. Actually, a fastball, actually, that just kept on running. Goss overthrowing a little bit there. 1 ball and 1 strike, and the pitch to Molina. That time it was a slider, and it misses a little down and in. Goss, as we've detailed before, a adventurous road here to York. The 2-1 pitch, swinging a foul tip. Initially committed to NC State, declared ineligible for a course that they did not recognize that he took online in high school. Then went on to play at Pitt Community College, where he initially redshirted. After a year there, it was on to Walters State Community College, where he went all the way to the JUCO World Series, and then the following year, another destination. It was an NAIA school, Faulkner University. Goss delivers down low, check swing, and no swing, according to Thomas Gandolfo down there at first. But it was finally out of Faulkner that he was drafted a second time around, initially taken in the 25th round out of high school, but then the 10th round out of college. The pitch down and in. 91, and the count runs. Now that was 3-1. It's a walk to Molina. Third walk of the day for Goss. And a 2-out base runner for the Bluefish.
He really pitches like a vet, though, for a guy that does not have many games logged at all. I mean, whether he's dominating or battling and using everything.
Abreu up in the first pitch, slider for a strike, and case in point right there, getting ahead with the off speed to one of the league's hottest hitters. He likes to pitch backwards. Even when he was throwing upper 90s in college, he said he worked off that changeup. The 0-1, another slider. This one tapped foul right down at the plate. And quickly, it's 0-2. But yeah, just 9 professional games prior to his time here in York. Began the 2017 campaign pitching in the United States Shore League, a developmental league where Houghton Buchanan was a year ago. Goss from the set, the 0-2. Swinging a high fly ball right field, a few steps back from Mitchell. It's drifting a bit, but he's there. And on the front of the warning track, makes the grab to retire the side. A 2-out walk and 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 6th here at Peoples Bank Park. 5-1, the Revs in front on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This is Dustin Hawkinsmith with the Keystone Sports Network. For the best Penn State football analysis and commentary, listen to Sports Radio 1350 every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 8 a.m. and after Revs games for the Keystone Kickoff Show. We'll bring you game reviews, player evaluations, and recruiting news. So for the best in Penn State talk, tune to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK for the Keystone Kickoff Show. Brought to you locally by your neighborhood SureSave Markets.
Hi, this is United States Olympian Haley Flickener. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK, first in York, first in sports.
Last of the six, Revs coming to bat. Travis Witherspoon, and then Alonzo Harris and Alexi Casilla. Witherspoon, a 1-for-2 day so far, a single in the second, a ground out to short in the fourth, and trying to get back on track. He had just one hit in his previous 10 at-bats. Once again, as we were talking about his last time around, an up and down season. He started off slowly, but then worked his way up in the month of June. And the first pitch from Lara, that one's down and away, a breaking ball for ball one. Witherspoon at one point had a 9-game hitting streak. At another point hit safely in 13 of 14. And was in the top 10 in the league in average. The 1-0, and that's a strike outside corner. Currently his average at 277, but he'd been up around 300 for a couple weeks. The 1-1, fastball down and away. 2 balls and a strike. Witherspoon, an all-star for the Revs due to that hot stretch in the first half and just trying to get back into that rhythm at the plate. Lara winds, here's the 2-1, and that's down and away, ball 3, a hitter's count for Witherspoon. And despite his ups and downs at the plate, Darryl, so good out there in center field. So reliable, makes every play look routine, no matter how far he has to go.
I know they try to measure how many runs you save nowadays. I would love to know exactly what he's done.
The 3-1. High fly ball, but pulled foul deep down the line and right. Good wood on it. But Witherspoon out in front and may have broken his bat. Well, that sounded like it just exploded, and I guess that is the reason why, as he tosses his bat to the bat boy and asks for a new stick. Certainly didn't hit it like it was a broken bat. One over onto Arch Street. He'll take one big swing before he digs back in. But what sets Witherspoon apart in center field is the read he gets and the first step right off the bat. Direct routes to the ball. Here's the 3-2. Reached for and popped up, and that'll get back and out of play. And gap to gap, he covers so much ground. You'll see him at times try to cheat one way or another, and really doesn't even matter. He can come all the way back across center and make the play in the other gap. Lara up to 97 pitches now. He winds, and the 3-2. Reach for and line, base hit center field. Just to the right of second base. Myers to Anita field, a big turn from Witherspoon, but he'll hang on at first base. And he has himself a 2-hit game and leads off the 6th with a single.
Yeah, big hit for him there. Had a pitch middle away and just sat back, stayed quick to it, and really hit it solidly the other way. If you see him starting to do that again, then a good streak might be soon to follow for him.
It's when he sits back and he kind of just leans over the plate and keeps his head on it a little bit more. That's when you can tell he's hitting it well. Here's Harris, and he looks over first pitch, taking all the way, strike one. Frank DiGiulio Jr. loosening down in the Bridgeport bullpen. For the Revs, they have Joe Van Meter warming. Each pitcher pretty deep into their pitch count. Throw to first, and Witherspoon dives back in. Not a bad time to run if you're Witherspoon with Harris at the plate. Guy who can handle the bat, good speed behind you. Witherspoon 13 for 19 in stolen base attempts this year. Harris in open stance, and another throw to first, and again Witherspoon headlong back in safely. Harris on the day 1 for 3, a single to left in the first, a fly out and a ground out. Lara kicking at the rubber, trying to get some dirt off his spikes. The right-hander undrafted out of the Dominican Republic, now in his 8th pro season. He sets at the chin, and the 0-1. That one's a strike. Two-seamer came back to the outside corner, and it's 0-2. Ball loose, trickling towards home plate. That came in down from the Bridgeport bullpen, and time now called. Lara in the minor leagues with the Mets. Twice the pitcher of the year was Savannah, down in the South Atlantic League. Last year splitting time between AA and AAA. Now in his first year with the Bluefish. Time called again, this time by Molina. Perhaps second guessing what he'd put down before the 0-2 to Alonzo Harris. Nobody down, 5-1 Revs, bottom of the 6th. And the pitch, high fly ball, well hit left field towards the nemesis. It goes, and that one is gone. Alonzo Harris, his 9th home run of the year, a 2-run shot, and the Revs mount their lead to 7-1. Harris skips across home plate, and whatever Molina decided to put down the second time around, well, that one was a mistake.
There's your long drive winner. Tell you what, he is not big in stature, and I was thinking of this earlier when he was making those throws from left field, but he's got so much power in that frame.
Here's Casilla, first pitch above the letters, ball 1. He certainly has some pop. Small and speedy, but his power not to be overlooked as Casilla bounces one foul off the facing of the Revs' first base side dugout. The Revs, who have struggled so much against the Bluefish this year, 5-10 their record overall, just 2-5 here at Peoples Bank Park. They lead by 6. The 1-1 breaking ball up and away, and Lara now up over 100 pitches. The Revs with 3 in the 3rd, 2 in the 5th, 2 in the 6th, and now Casilla slaps one past the dive of the third baseman, Cuevas, and Alexi with a 2-hit game. Just reaches out and pokes it the opposite way, and he keeps the inning going. And it looks like that might be all for Rainy Lara. Lara, who gave up 5 runs on 9 hits over 5 his last time around, is being roughed up here again by the Revs, who now have 7 runs on the board against him and are looking for more. Casilla slapping a hit the other way. And that's hit number 13. So the skipper, Luis Rodriguez, does make a move. Frank DiGiulio Jr. coming on. It's a Maple Donuts pitching change, and we'll take a break as he gets warm. The Revs lead 7-1 over the Bluefish here on 1350 WOYK.
Sports injury? Walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics for immediate care. No appointment is ever needed. Our orthopedic and sports medicine specialists are here to treat you. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today for hours at our York and Hanover locations.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event is on. Featuring Outlander Sports starting at $17,995 with 0% financing available for up to 72 months. Right now, $2,500 off all 2017 Mitsubishi Lancers or a 7-passenger Outlander with discounts and rebates up to $4,000. So don't miss out on York Mitsubishi Super Summer Sales Event with a great selection and over 70 cars available. York Mitsubishi, just off Route 30 and Roosevelt Avenue in York. York Mitsubishi, where Mitsubishis always cost less. So ends 731.
This is Hall of Famer Jim Palmer. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, 3 batters into the 6th. The Revs have tacked on 2 more. They lead it 7-1. And they have chased starter Rainey Lara from the ballgame. It's a Maple Donuts pitching change as the Bluefish turn to Frank DeJulio Jr. And he will come in to face Isaias Tejeda. Alexi Casilla just poking one through the left side, continuing to hit the ball to all parts of the ballpark. And following up an Alonzo Harris 2-run home run. A second 2-run shot from a Rev today as Jared Mitchell had one back in the 3rd.
Rev's first 3 home run games since June 30th, which was here at home, a win against Sugarland.
And that 3rd one courtesy of Telvin Nash in his first game back here in York as DeJulio is ready to go. And his first pitch to Tejeda, breaking ball over, strike 1. DeJulio making his 35th appearance on the year, a 2-4 record, a .530 ERA, 37 1/3 innings, 43 hits, 28 runs, 22 earned. He's walked 16 and struck out 34. Swing and a miss from Tejeda. He reached at a breaking ball and he's in the hole 0-2. Isaias on the day. A hit sandwiched around 2 flyouts to center field. Casilla at first base, hands on knees. And DeJulio comes set. Slightly closed on the mound, he drops the hands, and the 0-2 fastball fouled straight back. DeJulio's last outing was on July 23rd on Sunday against Southern Maryland. He went an inning and 2/3, and that was without a hit, no runs, 1 strikeout, face 5. So we got them all. The 0-2 again. Breaking ball chopped down the 3rd base line, foul. A high bouncer over the head of Cuevas, but just left of the 3rd base bag. Tejeda's been on a tear as well, .350 his average over his last 10 games. Had an 11-game hitting streak snapped the other day. The 0-2 breaking ball and he got a piece, fouling it back to the netting. It just trickles back there, and he stays alive. Tejeda and Burgess behind him, really the biggest constants in the Revs lineup this season, batting 3rd and 4th respectively. The rest has certainly been juggled a fair amount, but those two in there almost every day, and a swing and a miss. Tejeda went to a knee, reaching for a breaking ball, and he's down on strikes for out number 1.
One thing about this lineup, that the way that it's been constructed and added to. There really are not the same type of hitters back-to-back or anywhere in the lineup. You've got a lot of variety, a lot of guys that can beat you in different ways, very unique skill sets. And then adding Nash, who gives you right-hand thump behind this guy, Burgess from the left.
Here is Burgess, first pitch, swing and a miss, and it'll go all the way to the backstop, so that'll allow Casilla to move up to second base. Burgess chased one down and away, and Molina could not reach it. But yeah, you put the big right-hand bat of Nash right in between Burgess and Jared Mitchell, who's come alive of late. I think Luis Rodriguez trying to ask if perhaps that was foul-tipped. He's out of the third base dugout, but seemingly to no avail. Down in the right field bullpen for the Revs, Houghton Buchanan has started loosening. Joe Van Meter has sat down. Revs lead it 7-1 here, home half of the sixth. Casilla out there at second. Burgess at the plate. He's 0 for 3. Infield and outfield play him to pull. And the 0-1. That one's a strike outside corner. Burgess can't believe it. And he's in the hole 0-2. Mentioned that Nash breaks up the lefty bats of Burgess and Mitchell, and then you have Casilla, a switch hitter in the 2-hole. A lot of versatility there, and we've mentioned how well he handles the bat. The 0-2 swung on and missed, strike 3. Burgess chased the breaking ball and has one more look back at home plate umpire Frank Urilli. He felt like strike 2 really put him in a hole, and that pitch was off the plate away.
This is a lineup tonight. Doesn't even have Verona in it. He's at home for a couple of days, tending to a personal matter, and Cruz a night off. We've seen how he's hit. Simpson a night off. He had a couple of good at-bats trying to get it going again Sunday.
So here is Nash. Home run his last time up, a 2-hit game. And the pitch on the way, breaking ball over, strike 1. Well, DeJulio out of the bullpen, getting ahead with that slider. He struck out the first 2 men he's faced. Nash trying to give the Revs one more insurance run here. They lead by 6 with Casilla on at second. The 0-1, that one's high and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. Nash, a third-round draft pick of the Astros. That back in 2009 out of Griffin High School in Georgia. Righty against righty. And the 1-1. Breaking ball hit down the third base line. Foul. Nash in the Astros system 09 through 2015. That was his first season in York, picked up midway through. And with the Revs in his career, now playing his 119th game in his third different season. He was picked up by the White Sox last year, that on June 22nd. Here's the 1-2. Reach for and miss, strike 3. Ball in the dirt, and Molina applies the tag. And what a job by Frank DeJulio Jr. Comes in and strikes out the side. But not before the Revs strike for 2 more, and Alonzo Harris 2-run homer over the arch nemesis in left. And the Revs lead it 7-1 heading to the 7th. Darrell Henry will take you home when we come back on 1350 WOYK.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Okay, here we go, people.
This is The Herd.
Where are you again?
With Colin Cowherd.
Work smarter, not harder. Oklahoma City. Everybody is saying now, I'm watching Kenny Smith last night. Oklahoma City's got a better roster. Oklahoma City better. But you're not better if somebody you're facing in an industry has figured out a system, works that system, and doesn't have to work as much, and succeeds more. Think about points during a basketball game as profits, as money. Golden State works less and makes more money. Wouldn't you say, that guy's got it figured out? If you could sell 5 cars, a Mercedes, and make an income, and sell 30 Kias and make the same income, I can go try to sell a Mercedes. It'd be a better life, better job, more time with your kids, more time with your wife, more relaxing, more naps, more vacations. It was a great series. It was ridiculously even except for one thing, the 3.
This is The Herd.
Weekdays at 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Hi, this is United States Olympic gold medalist Jenny Finch. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Head of the 7th inning, Chase Hutchinson is on. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. A 7-1 lead for the Revs. 7 runs, 13 hits, 1 error for York. 1 run, 6 hits. And no errors on Bridgeport. Jay Goss, another wonderful performance tonight. 6 innings, 1 unearned run, 6 hits, 3 walks, 2 Ks. A little bit lower strikeout totals tonight. He gets the outs in play. Angeles Nina leads off and takes a strike. He has given up 2 earned or fewer in every start. All 6. Like, we look at the breakdown and can't even say, okay, he's done this in his last 3, because they're all good. Pitch to Nina is inside, 1-1. Tonight, 84 pitches in 6, 56 strikes. Very efficient and good strike-to-ball numbers despite 3 walks, which did tie the most he's given up. Now the 1-1. And a line drive to left field. Harris will have to play it on a hop. Now a leadoff hit for Nina to begin the 7th inning. I think it got a little bit closer to Harris than he initially thought off the bat. He didn't want to play it into something more than a single. Bluefish have their 7th hit. And we go to the top of the order, and Darby Myers is 1 for 3. Hutchinson 3-3 at 2.30 ERA. First pitch, a swing and a miss, and he tied up Myers at 91 there. Kind of a short little hack at it. And Hutchinson, who's tall and lanky, that lower angle, that fastball can sneak up on you. Pitch, and a ground ball left side. It's going to find the hole, base hit. Dent dove to his right, but it's through into left. Back-to-back singles to start the inning. Bluefish have their first 2 men on. They do have a few pretty potent left-hand hitters on the team. Tonight, Burrows and Fields in the lineup. Lambo was scratched. Lefties could factor into this series. The Revs trying to use Hutchinson here regardless with a 6-run lead. Facing righties and switch hitters the first 4. Here's Luis Hernandez, and a fastball misses high to him. He's 1 for 3 tonight, singled and scored in the first inning. One out, and there's a breaking ball strike. Hutchinson from Fayetteville, Arkansas. Big Razorback fan. And he gets some golf in. He said he didn't hit it as well yesterday, but he misses outside on Hernandez. Tejeda sliding out to grab it, 2-1.
It was funny, as I mentioned, I was riding around with Joe Dahl as he was taking pictures, and some guys would, of course, blame their bad shots on the camera, but Logan Williamson and Frank Gailey hit their best shots of the day, they said, when the camera was out, and they were begging him to only follow them the rest of the way.
Now the stretch, 2-1, and a swing and a foul back on the roof. Again, check out our gallery of his photos on our WOYK Facebook page. I understand that Fletch took aim at the wrong hole.
Yeah, a little bit of a mix-up there in the early going. One green kind of backed up near a fairway, and
here's a swing and a drive foul way off to the right.
Well, let's just say by going in that direction, he didn't have to hit over a creek, so perhaps trying to take the easy way out on that. But I pointed out to him, I said, Fletch, you're going for the one on the right. He said, oh, redo. It was a scramble, so he didn't want to waste that shot.
He's laying up. Avoiding hazards. 2-2 it remains. Hutchinson fires, and a chopper toward third. Trienfeld gets there, fires to second. The turn in time. 5-4-3 double play. Casilla turns it with Myers sliding in. They both end up on the ground and help each other up, and Trienfeld able to reach it, ranging to his left on the high bounce, the big bounce. He got to it before it short hopped.
Well, he's really made every play so far in this game, and I don't mean each one hit to him, but I mean every variety of play. We've seen him with the bare hand, the long throw across, the sidearm delivery, that time charging in towards the plate and then throwing across his body to second to start the twin killing.
Here's Cuevas, runner at third, 2 outs. Hutchinson missing low. The Revs turning their second double play of the night. Cuevas 0 for 3 in the game, stole a base in the first after reaching on an error. Originally ruled a hit, then changed to an error. There's the 1-0. Oh, did that hit him? It did. And he spikes his helmet down, reacting in the pain. Chase inadvertently yanked that fastball right in near his shins, and Cuevas left his feet trying to get out of the way and had no chance. Ended up flopping on the ground. Now has to be reminded that to grab his helmet. Burrows tosses it to him as he heads to first. He pulled it off and slammed it down. That could not have felt good.
Yeah, it looked like it got him right around that kneecap, and because of that delivery where Chase comes across his body in on righties, it really doesn't give a lot of right-handers a chance to read it deep and then also get out of the way.
He'll bounce the rosin bag off his hand a couple times and face Sean Burrows. With first and third, 2 outs. Burrows tonight a fly out and 2 ground balls. Revs a 7-1 lead here in the top of the 7th. Trying to stay within a game of first tonight. First pitch is swung on and missed. Fastball that Burrows cuts through. Again tomorrow, an 11 a.m. start. With you at the end of hour 2 of DP. The 0-1 and a swing and a miss. Fastball at 91. Facing the K-Man tonight. And here comes and there goes the man, Ed Man, who delivers ice cream again for Christmas in July. Thank you, Ed. Here's the 0-2. Runner goes from first in a late swing. Burrows shoots a ground foul off the Bluefish dugout fencing. It knocks some gear right off the top step there. Some soft serve in the booth thanks to Ed. Here's the stretch from Chase. Another 0-2. Swing and a foul tip squeezed. He struck him out. Got him on the breaking ball, and Hutchinson works out of it. A scoreless top of the 7th. Maz sticks for the crowd. And he has a word for Cuevas on the way by. Certainly didn't intend to hit him, and fortunately Cuevas all right. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. Stretch time here at the bank. Revs lead it 7-1.
Enter Rutter's Summer of Freedom sweepstakes today. Look for the entry star, purchase participating products, scan your Rutter's rewards card, or enter VIP information at checkout and automatically be entered to win your choice of a 2017 Jeep Wrangler Unlimited Sport, Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab, or Dodge Challenger RT from Stettler. Drive better, drive Stettler. Free gas for a year and one of thousands of prizes, including Red Bull, Pepsi, and Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-off tickets. Must be a Rutter's VIP to enter. Rutter's, why go anywhere else?
Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment offers quality material handling equipment and services. Along with a full line of Unicarriers and Komatsu forklifts, you'll find Genie aerial lifts, IPC Eagle floor scrubbers, and Penalift loading dock equipment. Mid-Atlantic can provide rentals, pre-owned equipment, service, and replacement parts for most makes. When you need the best for your business, call Mid-Atlantic Industrial Equipment at 888-383-LIFT. That's 888-383-5438 or online at midatlanticindustrial.com.
Can't get enough of the birds? WOYK has you covered. Join us all season on Mondays at 6 for the Baltimore Baseball Show, hosted by award-winning Orioles and National Baseball writer Dan Connolly from BaltimoreBaseball.com. Exclusive in-depth interviews plus the latest insight and analysis on the Orioles every week. Talking baseball with the birds, Mondays at 6. The Baltimore Baseball Show on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
This is Hall of Fame third baseman Brooks Robinson. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the bottom of the seventh, 7-1. Vinny Pistano, the new pitcher for Bridgeport. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. DeGiulio did a heck of a job striking out all three. Revs tonight off Randy Lara in 5+ innings, 7 runs on 13 hits. 1 walk, 2 Ks. He threw 105 pitches. Jared Mitchell bothered him. He'll lead things off against Pistano, who misses outside. Dipping down, almost side-arming it. 3/4 delivery from the righty. Mitchell 2 for 3, a 2-run homer. Back in the 3rd inning, a triple and a run scored in the 5th inning. Pistano's 4th outing, 3 innings, 3 runs in relief so far. 1-0 and a swing, and he slings one into right field, base hit. Mitchell 3 for 4, and he just needs that double that he's so good at to hit for the cycle tonight. 3 for 4, 3 straight hits, and this time singles to right. He's tied for 2nd in the league in doubles, and that's the one that he needs for the cycle. Here's Trienfeld. Mitchell came into this one hitting .439, his last 11. And no slowing down in this one. Here's Trienfeld, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI single. Pistano the pitch, and a swing and a miss. He was trying to launch. Trienfeld, a 9-game hitting streak now. Pistano, 32 years old, and 6 years in the big leagues, 223 outings in relief. Indians and Angels. The 0-1. And a fastball he locates on the outside corner, called strike. In the majors, good career, 6-8, but a .298 ERA. Also 11 saves. Now ready. And the 0-2. Swinging a broken bat shot on the ground at second. Juggled by Abreu. He recovers, spins, and throws to first for the out there. Mitchell goes to second with one away. And it came up on Abreu, who recovered it, grabbing it out of the air and made the throw to first, but he wanted to go to second and juggled it before he could.
He did, and it looked like he took his eye off the ball slightly, maybe went to shovel it before he quite had it, but it popped up right behind him. He turned around, it fell right back into his glove, and he recovered and made the play at first. A nice job sticking with it.
Mitchell at second, one out for Ryan Dent. First pitch, he swings and fouls it straight back. 0 for 2 tonight with a walk. Pistano, who early in his big league career with the Indians is really one of their top relievers, 2011 and 12 especially. Cal State Fullerton product. There's the 0-1, and it misses outside. He was last in the majors 2 years ago with the Angels. Well, there's T-Bone down there doing the 50-50s. Pitch is just off the corner away, 2-1. Revs up 7-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. Pistano checks, steals, and a swing and a miss. Dent not getting cheated.
So T-Bone coming around selling those tickets reminded me of the golf outing yesterday. We were also selling raffle tickets, and Jackson Federley was leading the charge, offering his entire wingspan for $50, and he said, if you want to wait around and get a better deal, Houghton will be here shortly.
Here's the 2-2, swing, and it's fouled back. Jackson seems like the perfect hawker for something like that. Wonder what he's up to right now. Maybe on the roof. He's going to have a late night. Here's the pitch, and it's in tight, 3-2. They're going to be getting the stadium ready for the 11 a.m. game tomorrow. I can hear the kids screaming now. It's the 3-2 and a check swing, foul tip at the feet of Molina. Although I hear that every day in my house, morning and night. But there's only 2 there. A lot more than that tomorrow morning. On our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard, Southern Maryland up 1-0 in the 7th at Somerset. 3-2, and a swing and a liner, right field, falling fast, base hit. Mitchell being sent, and Nina can't get a throw off. He drops it, 8-1 York. An RBI single for Ryan Dent. And Mitchell, a great read. It had some loop to it, but he saw it was going to land in front and took off and scores. RBI single for Dent, who might have broken his bat, but punches it into right.
A really nice job going at the pitch. Tremendous plate coverage, just stuck his bat out and rewarded with the RBI.
Good Tuesday night crowd tonight, 3,590. And they've seen a heck of a performance. Here's Witherspoon, and a breaking ball slides way outside. Jared Mitchell scoring for the 3rd time tonight. #15th hit for the York offense. The 1-0, fastball, and a called strike, outer edge. Witherspoon, who came in tonight, 4 for 28 the last 8. Tonight he's 2 for 3. The run scored. On the 1-1, and a swing and a miss. Fastball away. Long Island leads Sugar Land 4-1 in the bottom of the 8th. And earlier today, Lancaster an 8-4 win at New Britain. It's our York Mitsubishi out-of-town scoreboard at the moment. Stretch from Pistano. He deals. And a swing and a bouncer to the side of the mound. He's off. Throws to second. Hernandez got the foot across. Fired to first late. And they do record the lead out. Pistano, who had to go way to his right to the third base side and then throw back to second. Great footwork from Hernandez to tiptoe across and have a chance to turn it.
It was. He initially started with 1 foot on the bag, but when the throw brought him to the second base side, he was able to maneuver off with the left foot, on with the right to give that extra extension and still get the lead runner.
A Witherspoon at first with 2 outs. Now 2 for 4 on the night. Here's Alonzo Harris at the top. First pitch is wide. And Zoe tonight, 2 for 4, a 2-run homer over the arch nemesis in the 6th, his 9th. There's the stretch, the 1-0, and it's a called strike, up and on the outside. 8 runs, 15 hits, 1 error for York, 1-8-0 for Bridgeport. Pistano to the belt and deals, and his slider snaps into the dirt outside. Molina the pick. Already, here's the 2-1, and a swing and a miss. Kept it away from Harris, who had a good hack at that one. He was, for a moment, the long drive champ yesterday. Last year, he won the American Association's Home Run Derby. Tonight, his 9th home run this season, the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball. That'll end the inning, but the Revs tack on 1 more on 2 hits. 1 man left. We go to the 8th. It's York 8, Bridgeport 1.
Okay, here we go, people.
This is The Herd.
Where are you again?
With Colin Cowherd.
There's so many injuries. So instead of Carrie Underwood doing a Breeze and Tony Romo promo, which is what they're trying to do every week, NBC has cut several new, authentic, brutally frank promos. It's not much of a sales job by NBC, but we got our hands on them, and they're as honest as anything I've ever heard out of NBC. NBC fires a shot at me. That is brutal.
Colin Cowherd.
The 3 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Nurturing imagination, creativity, and innovation since 1990, Creative York is a non-profit art center located in historic downtown York, featuring 3 art galleries, pottery studios, art classes for all ages, and several community outreach programs, such as their award-winning Art in the Parks program. For more information, visit them online at creativeyork.org.
Hi, this is Mark Mason. You're listening to York Revolution Baseball on the home of the Revs, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Head of the 8th inning, it's brought to you by York Dental Sleep Therapy. The Revs with an 8-1 lead. Are you tired of feeling the effects of sleep apnea or sleepless nights due to your CPAP? Dr. Bell may have an option to help you. Make your appointment today and let Dr. Bell help determine which treatment is best for your needs. Exceptional care is just a phone call away. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com. York Dental Sleep Therapy at 450 West Market Street in Pelham. The York Mitsubishi ball toss. We were waiting for the car to exit. Gomez ready, and that vehicle, as Hill leads off and swings and fouls one off right side. It went up over the little bump, leaving the gate in center, and almost got air. Leaving some rubber on the warning track, getting out of here. Hill 0 for 2 tonight with a walk, facing Gomez, who's on. He fires, and chin music. Hill turns and drops the bat. A helicopter zips by overhead. Gomez on a Maple Donuts call to the bullpen. 8-1 the lead. He is 2-2, a 3.79 ERA in 20 outings. Pitch is down and outside. Revs have scored in 3 straight innings. 4 of the last 5, 4 of the 7 total. And Goss allowed only an unearned run in the first. Hutchinson a scoreless inning. The 2-1 and a pop-up foul. That one headed back as everybody in unison stands, and it lands toward the top of the stands, 2-2. Revs in their black jerseys and hats tonight. Gomez nods yes. And the 2-2 swing, and he loops one at first. Nash heading back into the Revs bullpen area, and it lands in section 1, a couple of seats in. This is the 3rd time that the Revs have sported the black at home. 1-1 in these at home. Matt right on top of that on the game notes. Nice job.
I passed along the note to Milt the other day that, well, 0-7 in the Blues. I said, you got to do something about that.
Another 2-2. And a swing and a miss. A slider from Gomez. It's a foul tip squeezed. He starts his outing with a strikeout. We'll pause for station ID.
First in York, first in sports. Your only local sports station. The new Sports Radio 1350, WOYK, York, Pennsylvania.
One down here in the top of the 8th. Revs with an 8-1 lead. They won 9-1 on Sunday. Here's Daniel Fields, and he swings, drives one to straightaway center, right out Witherspoon. Back a step, makes the catch. One pitch out, and quickly 2 away for Gomez. The Revs, who have fared so much better in close games lately, leading 8-1 tonight, winning 9-1 Sunday. The win before that was 11-2 on Thursday. Here's Molina. First pitch, a swing and a miss. He chased a high, hard one. So now they're doing pretty well in the non-close games. Molina 1 for 2, single and a walk. Pitch. And a line drive to right. Mitchell over, and he's there reaching up. And he makes the catch. Molina with the bullet. And Mitchell had to reach a little bit higher than it looked like initially, but shuffling over toward right center, he's there. It's a 1-2-3, top of the 8th. Middle of the 8th here at Peoples Bank Park. It's the Revs 8 and the Bluefish 1.
Kids today, with Facebook, texting, TV, and video games, seems like fresh air and sunshine are things of the past. Remember playing catch, climbing trees, wholesome backyard fun? Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care remembers, give them lush grass, healthy trees, the good old outdoors. American is baseball and apple pie. Kids have every reason to stay inside. Don't let your lawn be one of them. Heritage Lawn and Landscape Care. World-class care right in your backyard. 717-292-9994.
Having the gang over to watch the game? Keep them happy with great Best Jet products from your neighborhood Sure Save markets. Football fans, hockey fans, basketball fans, everyone's a fan of game day party planners with $18.93 deli items. Best Jet hot dogs go great with Best Jet kettle cooked chips. Or serve up a couple Best Jet rising crust pizzas with 12 packs of Best Jet soda. Throw the best game day party ever with Best Jet products. Shop Sobel's Markets in Shrewsbury, Stewartstown, Whiteford, and East York, Wetzel's in Glenrock, and Nell's Market Fresh Foods in Spry.
Money and business are essential to the strength of a community. So is cheering and celebration and music and fun. That's why York Revolution games, concerts, youth sports, special events, and more happen at a place called People's Bank Park. People's Bank has been serving York County for more than 150 years. Always cheering, always celebrating, always committed to the things that make York County great. And to you having a great time at People's Bank Park. People's Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hi, this is Brian Keller from Maple Press, proud member of the York County Economic Alliance since 1955. You're listening to Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Revs with an 8-1 lead. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It would not be a Revs versus Bluefish game if Zach Groats wasn't in. Pitching change brought to you by Maple Donuts. And the new shortstop is Angel Rosa. So Hernandez done for the night. Groats 2-3, a 4.25 ERA, 42 outings. Couple saves, opponents hitting .277. Lexi Casilla hitting a lot better than that. He leads off and fouls the first one away, left field side. Tonight, 2 for 3, a hit by pitch and a run scored as well. Now has a 22-game hitting streak. Here's the 0-1, and he bounces it to first, and Burrows charging, knocks it down, flips to the pitcher covering. And he got an in-between hop there, charging in, but knocked it down right in front with the glove, right next to him, an easy pick up and flip. Tejeda up next. 1 for 4 on the night. Revs have Brad Allen getting up despite the big lead. Get him in. Pitch to Tejeda. A check swing. Foul over toward Burgess on deck. It's just not his night. He's still trying to get a hit in this game. Big night for the team, but he almost got hit on that check swing foul. Had to dance a jig there. Here's the 0-1. And a swing and a drive the other way in right center into the gap and deep, and it one hops the wall. And Tejeda around first. He will stroll into second with a stand-up double. And the Revs with their 16th hit. It's his 23rd double of the year. He ties Mitchell and 2 others for the second most in the league. 2 for 5 on his night, and he sat back and slammed that one the other way.
And again, that's when he's at his best. When he waits back on a pitch middle of the way, he's able to drive it to the gap in right center field, and I'd be willing to bet that's where more than half of those doubles have come from, that right center gap.
98th hit of the year, which leads the league. 23rd double, tied for second. Pitch to Burgess is down and in. Tejeda also 3rd in extra base hits. 3rd in slugging entering tonight at .500. And he will stay right there with 3 total bases, and actually goes up in 5 at-bats. Here's a drive the other way. Left field, it hits the wall on the fly. And Tejeda around will score. Throw to second, and Burgess in behind the tag from Abreu. RBI double, he hustles it out. And the Revs lead it 9-1, their 17th hit of the night. And Burgess, all smiles, he's finally into the hit column in this game. He almost hit it right through the wall and left, right above the Powerball sign. That thing was a missile off the wood.
And once again, opposite field hitting. Tejeda to the right center gap. Burgess spraying it off the wall and left.
Here's Talvin Nash. As Grote steps off, the route on tonight. Up 9-1 for the second straight game. Back-to-back doubles here from the 3 and 4 hitters. And now the new 5 hitter. Pitch to Nash, sinks down low. Big return for him tonight, 2 for 4, including a home run in the 5th. Of course.
And that's 17 in the hit column. It's starting to look pretty familiar.
4 times in the last week. Pitch is fouled back upstairs. Four times in the last 8 games that they've totaled exactly 17 hits. And they may not be done yet. Here's the stretch from Groats, the 1-1. Swing and a miss. It sunk down to the floor. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Groats, who does throw 3/4, he'll get some of that sink. An arm side run on it. Saw a picture of Burgess swinging the golf club yesterday, completely on his back foot with the weight, just like his baseball swing. Here's a swing and a miss. Groats goes off speed and gets Nash for the second out.
Burgess certainly doesn't get cheated in his golf swing, that's for sure.
2 down, and here's Jared Mitchell, who Tejeda just tied for second in the league in doubles, and that's what Mitchell needs tonight to hit for the cycle. He's 3 for 4, grounded out in the second, 2-run homer in the third, triple in the 5th, single in the 7th. First pitch is in at the knees, off-speed strike. They've gotten him to the plate one more time.
And I mean, up by 8 in the late going, if you hit a single, you're just going to keep running, right? Give it a shot.
Well, I would. He has scored 3 times tonight. There's the pitch, and it misses down and away. How many close calls have we had to cycles lately where somebody needs just one more?
Most recently, it was Casilla, a home run short last week.
Here's the stretch from Groats, the 1-1 fastball in there, and a called strike. The only 2 in Revs history, Scott Grimes in 2011, Andres Perez in 2012. Revs with 2 doubles in the inning to add on a run. Can they come up with a third? Mitchell, the bat rested on his shoulder. Pitch is down low, 2-2.
And I think that pitch right there really shows what Mitchell has done so well in the last couple months. Early on in the season, that was a pitch where he would have been a little more anxious, probably would have chased it, but now really a tremendous eye at the plate, and I think that's what's helped his average so much.
2-2, and down and in. That'll skip to the backstop. Burgess will trot ahead to third. Molina didn't find it at first, but back toward the backstop, a wild pitch. So Burgess 90 feet closer, 3-2 on Mitchell. Nine-1 the lead here in the bottom of the 8th. Playing Mitchell to pull infield and outfield. 3-2, down and in. He's on base for the 4th time tonight. Won't get a chance for the cycle, but he's on base for a 4th straight time. And Trienfeld coming up. Revs Baseball brought to you by Image 360, Yingling's Ice Cream, Highmark, Isaacs, Sheets, Ace Distributing, and Stanbaugh Plumbing and Heating. A good night for Trienfeld as well. He's 2 for 4, RBI single in the 5th, 9-game hitting streak. Groats the stretch. First pitch, a big swing and a miss. Fastball there.
And that's certainly Groats' best pitch right there. A fastball, he drops down from the right side, down and into righties. A lot of late run to it. And really tough to get the bat to the ball down and in, especially with his velocity.
0-1. And a slider hovers up and in, a called strike. By the way, back to Mitchell, who's 3 for 4 tonight, now hitting .467 his last 12 games. 9 doubles, 4 homers. Triple tonight. 0-2. And that misses down low. Seems like we've seen Groats just about every time these teams have played. 3rd-year pro. He's in rookie ball with the Dodgers last year, as well as some Frontier League time. And originally in the Astros system. Pitch is swung on and lofted in the air. Shallow left. Rosa out from short. The new shortstop makes a 2-hand grab to end the inning. But the Revs score for the 4th consecutive inning and have scored in 5 different innings tonight. A run on 2 hits, 2 men left. It was the Burgess RBI double that provides a now 9-1 lead as we head to the 9th.
Hear that? It's the sound of summer. Sound nice? Call Kona Ice. We do it all. Schools, sporting events, parties, both corporate and birthday. You name it, we'll be there. We bring the party to you. If you need a little bit of fun in your life, we're the shaved ice truck for you. Oh, and we fundraise too. This summer, cool down with Kona Ice. Give us a call at 1-800-KONA-ICE or visit us online at www.kona-ice.com. Kona Ice. Flavor our world.
Runners know the challenge. It's not the uncompromising weather. It's not the pounding repetition. It's not knowing how to dig deep as you start the climb of that last hill. For runners, the challenge is the discipline to keep running.
Flying feet.
Casual runners, amateur runners, hardcore runners, no matter what level runner you are, Flying Feet Sports Shoes is with you every step of the way. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear and properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. Flying Feet has become the leader in athletic footwear, properly fitting the feet of runners throughout Central PA. And that holds true whether you're training or racing on roads, tracks, or trails. For those searching for that discipline, Flying Feet provides the latest shoe innovations, the accessories and equipment, and the inspiration to keep on running. Greg Baum and his staff have the knowledge and the true understanding of what running is all about. As one local runner put it, Flying Feet is family, and all runners are welcome.
Flying Feet.
Flying Feet Sports Shoes, 1511 Melrose Avenue, York, just off exit 18 of I-83.
This is TJ Oshie of the Washington Capitals. Catch the Caps all season right here on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
On here, a non-save situation. Another big lead for the Revs, 9-1. Trying to win back-to-back games by the same score. And And Tony Abreu will lead it off here in the 9th for Bridgeport. Hutchinson and Gomez with scoreless innings. Pitch from Allen right there for a strike. Jay Goss in line for his 5th win, 4-1 coming in. Allen winds, fires, and a liner the other way, base hit. Down the line in left. Harris into the corner. Abreu will waltz into second. Harris must have had a kick away. He'll toss in towards short. So Abreu, a leadoff double to begin the 9th. And he's 3 for 4. Has 3 of Bridgeport's 9 hits. Allen last in on Saturday night. Revs were trailing, but they got him in. Here's Angeles Nina, who's 1 for 3. First pitch is fastball strike. Well, Allen looked sharp in his bucket hat playing golf yesterday. 1-2 with a 2.39 ERA, 36 outings, 12 saves. On the pitch, breaking ball, chopped toward third. Trienfeld cuts it off, looks the runner back, and guns it across to first. 1 down. Got to that big bounce and handles another ground ball here tonight. Now, was it pretty hot yesterday, Matt? Was the bucket hat?
It was a good look, yeah. When the sun was out, it was hot. When the clouds came by, it was very comfortable.
Did you guys run into storms at the end, or was it all done?
No. I don't think the storms rolled in until maybe 8 o'clock or so last night.
Here's Darby Myers, who's 2 for 4. First pitch jammed him, and he fouls it back. Revs a 9-1 lead here in the top of the 9th. A win will put him at 10-8 in the second half. That would drop Bridgeport's second half record to 10-8 as well. There's the stretch from Allen. The 0-1. And a fastball in there for strike 2 at 90. Revs' biggest margin of victory against Bridgeport was 7. 12-5 win in Connecticut back in late June. Allen peering in for Tejeda's signal. He's got it. And the 0-2. Swinging a fly ball, right center. Long run out for Mitchell, but he's there. He'll steady it, makes the play. Tagging from second, Abreu. He'll head to third. 2 down. Mitchell hustled toward the gap and then broke it down, as they say. Quick few steps to bring himself to a slowdown. Was there waiting on it. A 2 down, runner at third. Angel Rosa, the last hope for the Bluefish. Hitting at 179, no homers, 6 driven in. He came in to play short last inning. And Allen looking to wrap up a second straight win. First pitch is a called strike, inside corner. No balls and a strike. Allen ready with it. And the pitch. Fastball sinks down and in. Revs looking to win their second straight overall. 4th in the last 6. 6th in the last 9. One. And a slider down and away. It would also make them not only 10-8 in the second half, 13-8 since closing the first half with the sweep of Sugarland. Looking at that as a turnaround point, perhaps. The 2-1 and a swing and a miss. Fastball in. And the Revs a strike away. And for win number 401 here at Peoples Bank Park. And to stay within a game of first. Allen ready, the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Strike 3 called. He got him on the outside corner. And the Revs romp the Bluefish tonight in the series opener. A second straight 9-1 win. Jay Goss wins his 5th. And the Revs with 17 hits for the 4th time in just over a week. And Brad Allen a scoreless 9th to finish it off as Cannonball's smoke cloud hangs in right field.